Yo, we're live. Ayan. So, right, guys, we're just fresh from our break. All right. So, I think our panel members are fresh as well. It's been a while since I've done since I've hosted a G3 podcast episode. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long while, but nagulat kayo kasi it's a Saturday. It's it's a Saturday, and again, changes happen, right? The ever revolving, carousel of change, and new season, new time slot, and of course, brand new topics where we'll dive headfirst into the shifting tides of gaming, geekdom, and all the things pop culture. So buckle up, because this is a brand new episode of Season 13 of the G3 Podcast.
Welcome to the G3 Podcast. We're going to be talking about everything geeky and nerdy in between comic books, toys, video games, movies, you name it, we got it.
You're tuned in to the loudest, craziest, and most excited bunch of geeks and nerds on this side of the planet. You're about to dive into everything nerdy and geeky in between.
This
is the G3 Podcast. Gamers, geeks, and good times.
Yo, welcome to another episode of the G3 Podcast. New season, new time slot, and of course, new and amazing stuff to talk about. Yeah, because tatlo na kami is the three musketeers here, ladies and gentlemen. We got Mike, we got Rene Cruz Jr. back from a very, 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 very long break.
Yeah.
When was the last time you were here? When was your last episode?
When was the last good episode you guys had? So that was when I was on. And now I'm here.
Okay, I remember the wrestling episode we had. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was with you.
That was the second to the last one I think I did. Because the one
that-
after that was the season ender for that
Yes,
episode.
Season
So I
8.
took off for one season. Yeah.
Ay, the Tarantadong Kalbo special. Like you would.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
And then after that,
it,
yeah.
I think it's just because like when you were doing your intro, it's everything is brand new, and here you are with the two oldest members of the group. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Grabe
Again,
naman.
you got the youngest member of the crew, and then you got the two oldest members of the crew. So it's something new. The lineup is new. Unfortunately, I don't think hahabol daw si Notch, and then Trickster isn't replying yet. So probably one of his gaming things took a long time. Siguro naglaro siya kagabi at nagpuyat. But yeah, how are you guys? Okay, unahin natin si Rene kasi he's the one who's had a really long break. How was your break?
it was fine. I just needed the rest, and I just needed to rest my brain. So I just did. I a lot. Most of the people watching this don't know this, but I'm a very workaholic guy. So laging I know ko 2 to 3 jobs at a time. Tapos may mga special projects pa. So just the past couple of months, I just focused on just yung day job and did mostly nothing because I was resting up for a couple of things I wanted to do, which I'll be doing soon. So okay man, I feel hindi halata ngayon because I just woke up, but I feel refreshed. I feel
Yeah, you feel
I
refreshed.
feel
Doing
energetic.
three
Yeah.
jobs at the same time, right? Day job, that
Yeah.
other job, right?
Mm.
So there we got a lot of jobs,
Yeah.
so
So now, yeah, like the fact of a matter is just the day job, which is, yeah, I do from home. So I rarely went out unless rare invites to meet up.
mm,
So okay lang. It's a no. It's a well needed time off. Ayun yun. But actually, like, to be completely honest, I was supposed to stay away from the podcast a bit longer. But when the decision was made to move to Saturdays, I think it works best kasi nga wala akong trabaho pag Saturdays most of the time. Plus, this gives me an excuse to stay home. So, hindi ako gagastos. Because I
it
just
gives you more
win
reasons to
myself.
be cheap,
Oo.
you know.
Oo. Parang pag may nagyaya sa akin na uminom
May
somewhere, alam mo
podcast
na,
kami.
magastos. Oo, kailangan sa bahay lang ako. Sorry. So, yun. But
So
that's
Mike,
also it. I just rested.
how about you, Mike? Because like you are like one of the busiest persons then sa G3. You've done your fair share of like carrying the entire brand. And then I think the reason why we did the break a week early was it's because like you needed to take some time for yourself as well. So how was the break?
Okay, so the break is ano naman, refreshing, gives me time off to do other stuff ano. For those who are to those have ano, some changes obviously happen, including yung pag-start ko as the KOL manager consultant for Razer Gold. I've been also working on a separate project for Project Shogun, and of course for itong may paparating pang isang pa project eh. We're just waiting for that. Kumbaga na-offload ko yung work ko sa G3, so I was watching the shows, I was on my free time, tapos inasikaso ko yung asikaso ko. So now I literally have a quote-unquote temporary day job.
Temporary day job.
Mm.
Yun.
Eh,
Yeah,
Uh,
bakit
it's
ka
something
nakamask?
new. Something new. Bagong fashion statement din kay Mike na nakamask na siya
Oo.
today. I think it
eh,
started nung Toycon din na nakamask na din siya every single time kahit wala ng COVID.
yes, that's
Yeah.
correct. Kasi ano to, I had an accident in Rene's words. Taka kasi. Kasi
Pero,
kasi
like, I don't want to step on boundaries. Mike, you don't have to do it. Jazz knows why he's covering up his face.
Yeah.
Sa akin kasi, I don't think it's a bad thing. It adds character. It's a nice story to tell to our audience. Ikaw kasi sasabi mo parang hindi maganda on camera. Pero by that same logic, may kaya ka nagmamask kasi hindi maganda on camera. By that same logic, sana naka full face mask ka. But that's beside the point. Ang ano is embrace it kasi I really think it's a good story. I think the audience wants to know. So tell them.
sige.
There you go.
So I had a chipped tooth. So because of an accident, I already shared the team about it. What happened? I have to get this fixed as soon as possible because I obviously face people and talk to people, and I don't want this to be an eyesore.
Yeah. And then
It's
every
not.
single photo you have with people is you like doing this.
Mm,
It's always that
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's,
You're right. You're right.
but
it's a
yeah,
thumbs
like
up
again,
with a smile.
it adds character. Look at you Chris Benoit looking motherfucker.
Of all, of all people, I swear, you have to really point me to that guy. Anyway, yun nga. So,
God.
yun yung nangyari sa akin. So, I thought I'd share everyone. Thanks,
Yeah,
Rene, for
okay.
that smooth transition to the ano.
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
all should embrace our imperfections.
Imperfections, right? Yeah. So yeah, on my end, yeah, the break was fresh take on doing Web3 stuff. Me and Lala have had time to play video games. Natapos namin yung chain together without filing divorce papers. So I think that's a win on our part. Um,
Yeah.
and then yeah, it's just a lot more work and a lot more like playing video games and all that shit.
Uh,
So
Naalala ko nagyaya kayo mag-chain together and then I
yeah,
said no because I don't do online games. But I looked up what it was because I didn't know what it was. So ngayon din describe mo na you guys did it without filing divorce.
yeah.
How though? Like it's the worst game. It's one of the worst games I've seen. Like I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game. Like it's just I see it as a bad gaming experience, or
For like
especially
the
for
for
me, who
multiplayers, yeah.
yeah, I don't like multiplayer games. So I see that like so they just walk around and then you're chained together individual controls. How far did you get in the game?
We finished the game. We went to the end, because like it's
Mm,
easier with fewer people. Like I did it
of
solo.
course.
It was easier solo, and then if dalawa kayo, it's easier because like I mean dalawa na kayo nag-uusap and then like your minds are melding like, oh yeah, let's do
Mm.
this and then let's do this next. Like may times lang na nahuhulog kami na like I mean nagtatrash talkan na kami. It was the first time I told Lala Bobo on stream. It was the first time sinabihan ko siyang bobo on stream. Like, I
Okay.
swear. Like, kasi nagkagalit, hindi na kagalit-galit na
Kamusta?
on stream. It was just a bit. Sabi ko, ganito yung gagawin natin ha. Mag-away-away tayo on stream and then it went a little bit personal and then it was super fun.
Kamusta yung
But
comment
Yeah.
section?
It was crazy because like, eto Stanley, alam ko nanonood si Stanley, binibilang niya kung ilang beses kaming umuulit sa isang section ng game. It was like take 1. And then he's gonna comment take 2. Until take 51, dude. Like,
yeah, more than.
more than like freaking Stanley. It was like, come on, Stanley, don't count. Just like, nabibilang
Na,
din kung gaano kami kabobo.
did you guys finish it in one stream?
No, we finished it in 2 streams.
Okay.
I think 2?
Two
Yeah, 2
streams,
streams.
2 streams, 4 hours per
4
stream.
hours.
3 hours. Ganun.
Yeah. So, like, total game times around
8 hours.
5 hours, 6 hours, yeah. Mga ganun
Ah,
yung ano namin. But it was, because we played it on easy mode. That's why. Easy mode has a lot of checkpoints. So,
okay.
parang if nahulog ka, you could just like
You
respawn
start
on
in
the
the
highest
checkpoint.
point.
Okay.
Like the highest point you reached. Pero if you play it normally, like the normal mode, pag nahulog ka sa pinakababa, you start all over.
And imagine mo kung dalawa lang kayo nun. Imagine mo kung apat tayo.
Apat.
Like, let's
Yeah,
say,
it was-
ikaw, ako, si Trickster, si Rene.
That's how you lose friends. So that's how you
I-
lose friends.
Pero like, I've been doing this show for like, what, 2 years? And lagi kayo nagyaya maglaro. I've always said no. I'm never gonna play with you guys.
Don't, Rene, I'm telling you, do not play with us. Yun lang. Because baka like after the game session, like, I don't know, you're gonna quit G3 after. Like,
Di ba? Di ba? I agree. You know me, ang dahil ko reklamo sa meetings pa lang. Lalo na siguro sa gate. Ano ba?
Grabe
but
yun.
let's try to find a chill game to play. There's no way we're gonna lose. Like, alam mo yung classic game na na walang game
Actually,
over
like,
screen.
I'm actually just waiting for everyone to get the chance and like the opportunity, the schedules align. Because I really want to play tabletop games with you guys. I have a bunch of games here I can teach you. Most of them are co-op because I don't want you guys being competitive. Because
No, gusto ko
unfair
talunin
kasi
kayo lahat
si-
sa Crisis
yun nga
Protocol.
Yan ang sinasabi ko, unfair. Kasi itong si Jazz, sobrang competitive. Si Mike, sobrang chill. Pangit yung game, hindi balance.
Pangit yung gameplay.
Oh.
Oh my God.
But
Alright.
yeah, we can do that whenever we have the time.
Whenever we have the time.
We can
yeah.
film
Let's do
it
on
if
a
you guys
weekend,
want. But,
Right?
Mm.
Let's do it on a weekend para libre lahat.
Ganito na lang. Let's make it like, let's play a tabletop game kasi gusto ni Rene para ma-immerse din tayo doon sa tabletop games. In exchange, we'll have Rene play, like, let's say Raft o yan. Co-op din yun.
alam mo, hindi naman ako ganun ka excited mag-tabletop tayo. Kung yan yung trade-off, parang,
Para it's not worth it na, no?
parang binibenta ko yung soul ko.
It's Raft. It's co-op.
I've seen you guys play Raft. Alam mo yun, for people who I thought were intelligent. It's alam mo yun, hindi. Plus, didn't you guys, to refresh our viewers' memory, they played Raft like 2 years ago, or at least when we were starting out as a group.
Yeah,
So
with
naglaro
VJ.
sila ng Raft. Oo, naglaro sila ng Raft and then they ended the game. Tapos Jazz stayed and finished everything on his own. Tama ba? O, di ba
Yeah.
raft yun?
I created like an awesome boat. It's like, bahala kayo dyan. And then when
Like
they
when,
came back, it was
yeah,
like,
like when
oh,
people
come on,
woke
this
up
is
the following
boring.
day.
And then
When
when
people
like,
woke up the
nagising
following day,
sila,
wala na sila kailangan gawin.
and it's like, oh, this is so boring, guys. Like, you finished, like, you did all the stuff. Like, all we have to do is, like, ride the boat to somewhere. Right? I was like, oh, I am sorry. It was like, then wala nang
Grabe.
hindi na nasundan yung raft session. But yeah, bago tayo maderail, through the break, Steam sale happened. Steam summer sale happened. I think it ended around 2 days ago. Ano yung mga Steam sale budol nyo? Alright, so I think I'm gonna start with Rene. Ikaw, ano
For
yung...
the first time in my life, I bought a bunch of. I bought Steam games because I never.
Yon!
I don't do it. I don't do it before.
Okay,
So
why?
nung nag
Why now?
kasi
Bakit mo
nga
naisip niyan?
no, kasi nga I was planning on. Well, this is a very long and boring story, but I created a Steam account a few months ago to support this guy who was uh, taking a stand against yung DEI in gaming, yung Sweet Baby Detected. And then I saw the games, parang okay, ang mura naman pala. And I was planning on getting a Steam Deck. So I figured, sige, I might as well proceed with this. Then, nakikita ko lang, di ba, I usually lurk sa GC. I don't normally participate. Then nakita nyo, you mentioned Steam sale, so I opened up the app. So yung sa wishlist ko, all of them, or most of them were under the sale. Kasi nasa wishlist ko is mostly lumang games. So, I got Arkham Origins, which was basically the only Arkham game I've never played before. So I got that. It was only 99 pesos. uh, Arkham Origins. I got RoboCop, of course. RoboCop Rogue City.
Uy.
Yun lang yung pinakamahal na nabili ko kasi it was like 700. Pero from 1.5, it's a 50% off thing. What else did I get? I got 4 or 5 games.
Did you get Rocky City?
Wala siya.
Yung
Hindi ko siya mahanap.
Wala
Ganda
siya.
ba?
It's
I
on
don't
Epic.
know. It's on Epic
It's on Epic.
Games
Oh?
pala. Yeah, the Rocky City.
Okay.
Crime Boss. Yeah.
Kasi like I keep on like ano ba lahat ng variations ng title nilagay ko na like, I thought it was just dumb. What else
Actually,
did I
they
get?
just
I got
released it
sa
sa Steam.
okay, sayang.
Okay.
Next sale. I got the yung Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Oh.
And I got one more. I keep forgetting one. G.I. Joe Operation Blackout, which is a terrible game. But I'm a big G.I. Joe fan. And it was only 99 pesos. So sige, I'm gonna play this and shit on it.
Shit.
So like it's 100 pesos. It's barely a cup of coffee. In the bigger scheme of things. So
Yeah.
okay.
Ayun.
But yeah, that's what I got.
Mike, ikaw, ano yung mga Steam sale budol mo?
Actually, I only had one.
What's the mga hentai games mo?
No, I don't have. I don't have those. Yung ano ko is Civ 6.
Yun.
Alin?
Civilization 6.
Oh yeah.
Kasi sabi nila it's a good game. So ako naman tong si Nabudol. Sige. And bihira ko. You should have bought Division 2 on Steam. Not too late, EJ. I'll explain. Nauna yung pagbili ko ng ano na yun kasi I'm planning on going back then to the Division for PC. So nakuha ko siya dun sa Ubisoft na app, not sa Steam. Kasi 99 pesos lang yun sa Steam na Division.
I was yung Civ 6 is also in my wish list. And then nakita ko sa GC natin na you guys are planning on playing together. Pero sige, next time ko na kukunin.
No, we're planning to play together tonight. Actually, we're planning to play tonight. Yeah, it was scheduled, it was planned. So if anyone wants to join us play Civ 6, let us know and let us know ano yung version na meron kayo para masimulan natin. So on my end,
what about you, Jazz? Ano ang ano mo?
I think
saan kayo nag-ubos ng pera ni Lala?
No, actually, here's the thing. Same as Mike, right? Civ 6 lang din talaga yung only budol ko sa Um, yeah, Civ 6 lang.
How
It's
much was
because
it,
like
ba? How much was it during the sale?
102 pesos. And then
Oh,
the
fuck.
special
Okay.
edition was like 1,000 pesos. So
Mm.
I got the other one. And then I think kasi ito, when I look for games, right? First, I look through Steam. Like hanapin ko siya. It's not sale. All right, let's do this. And then I tried to look it up sa Xbox Game Pass. And most of the games I wanted to buy is on Xbox Game Pass. I was like, should I really buy? Because nandito na siya sa Game Pass. And then, you know what? Never mind. Right? I won't buy it
Okay.
anyway. And then, Zenless Zone Zero came out.
Oh,
Doon
yes.
napunta. So,
Ano siya?
Ayun.
Sorry, I don't know what that game is.
it's another
Enlighten me
gacha
and
game.
whoever's-
It's another gacha game from
Ah.
the developers of Genshin Impact. So
Okay.
yeah, so it came out. I was like, all right, you know what? I ain't buying anything from Steam this year. Kasi ito rin nagulat ako kasi when Steam sale happens or any Steam sale happens, Epic Games sale will also happen at the same time. And then when I opened the Epic Games launcher, walang sale. Like, I swear walang sale si Epic Games nung Steam
No
Summer
sale
Sale.
for you.
'Di ba? Because like ito kasi I love Steam, but Epic Games handle their sales pretty well because every sale they always give you a $10 or like a 550 pesos discount code on any game you buy. Pero dapat it's worth like $10 more. 'Di ba? Parang
Okay.
yun yung ano. So ngayon kasi ako at si Lala we're planning to buy Dying Light 2. And sabi ko, it was like sabi ko sige, try natin Steam sale. It was the same discounted price nung last sale which was I think spring sale. Ganun din. Sabi ko, all right, let's buy it like sunod na lang natin bilhin. So yeah. Shoutout nga pala dito kay Tita Judy. Bakit Saturday na? Ayan. Hello po. New
Tita
season
Judy,
po.
pakigising si Trickster.
Pakigising po si Trickster. Ayan. Wala siya po dito. Pakigising po. Ayun. So new season, new tawag dito. New time slot. Ayan. Ang ba tawag dito? Sad thing when you get something on Steam sale, then you see the thing for free on Epic weeks or months later. Yes. Speaking like in line with video games, like Midnight Suns was actually free a few weeks ago on Epic Games. So it was just so stupid of me to expect Midnight Suns to be like Marvel's Avengers. And I was like, okay. It's because hindi ako nanood. I did not spoil myself about anything. The only thing I saw was
The Midnight
trailer.
Suns.
Diba? Trailer lang yung napanood ko and then di ko na pinanood yung mga gameplay and shit. I want it to be like a fresh experience.
You listen to my
And
multiple rants about it, right?
And then the rants are fine, right? Like the main mission where you have to celebrate a birthday. It was like, okay, fine, I'll give it a pass. And then when I opened the game, it was like, oh my god, it's a card game.
It is.
And then
But it's,
Firaxis games. It was like, oh shit.
Good. It's actually pretty good for me. Like the combat, the card aspect of it. It's the storyline in the middle kasi it takes way too long in between missions. But how far along did you go in the game?
I think it was when yung after the main, like after you, the main character, they essentially like revived you,
The
right?
hunter, yeah.
Yeah, they revived you, and then yada yada yada, and then like I stopped playing. It wasn't for me. Like the thing is, it wasn't for me. It's because again, I want the like whacking people. Like it's like I don't want like, oh, we're gonna wait. Oh, like I'm Doctor Strange. I'm gonna wait for someone to hit me. It was like, no man, come on.
I like the combat because I mean Firaxis I like. XCOM is one of my favorite games of all time. So I like the
XCOM.
turn-based stuff. XCOM 2 mostly, yeah.
Let me
It's
check
very,
that.
XCOM 2, you should, it's very cheap sa Steam. You get everything na. Like in less than what 500. Ganyan. But I like the combat system. I basically stopped playing the game because the story was just getting so annoying. Na regardless of how good the combat is, hindi na kaya talaga. So I stopped after I finally got Captain America, which is like you get after siguro 4 missions. And
Mm.
Captain America is my favorite character. He's amazing to use. He's very strong in the game. But yun yeah, like after 2 missions of using him, it's not enough. I love you, Steve, but it's not, I can't bear this anymore. So I'm so glad you got to play it for free because I've actually paid money for that fucking game.
Oh shit, dude.
It was
Yeah,
ano
it was
na, like it
so
was
yeah.
surprisingly cheap when I got it kasi like it was released what last year at yung
Mm.
normal AAA game price. I got it. No, no, no. 2 years ago siya ni-release. I got it only a year later after release, less than a year after release, and was already half off. So dapat yun palang red
Mm.
flag. Pero
Red flag na.
yeah.
Oh yeah, well
I enjoyed what I played.
wait for Suicide Squad to be on Game
No.
Pass. I'm gonna wait for Suicide Squad and I'm just gonna shit on it, you know.
But I think you
uh,
like it because you like shooters.
yeah,
Like
well, I saw the
uh,
gameplay already. I saw gameplay footage. Was like okay, but like this is stupid. You can't kill like I don't know the Flash with guns, and you can't kill Green Lantern with some bullshit. Like this is weird, but I
the
want to try
King
it today.
Shark.
I want to yeah, King Shark's Might or something,
Uh,
But yeah, I'm gonna try to play it still. So yeah. Next. So speaking of change, right? We're changing things up a bit here in G3. New time slot, blah blah blah. New season. But what are the major changes you've done on yourselves or in your lives, uh, in this 2024, like the first half of 2024? Let's start with you, Mike.
Sa akin, it's one major change na nangyari sa akin is I had to move from Pasig to my new home here in QC to be with my mom, 'di ba? Pero at the same time, the other changes that happened were building a new setup. Kumbaga kasi doon sa bahay ko doon sa Pasig, everything was like prepared na. It's been there for like several years na rin. So moving one major change that happened in 2024 is I had to bring all of that stuff from Pasig to here. Tapos had some PC upgrades na rin so that hopefully I can improve the experience ng workflow ko, and I had to spend money on those improvements. So yan yung isa sa mga major change. Sa pangalawa is binabalik ko yung kumbaga parang bumalik ako dun sa sarili ko na mag-edit ulit, like mag-focus ulit sa edit kasi dati parang meron akong mga apprentices, 'di ba? Pero parang binalik ko lang yung sarili ko ulit na mag-aral ulit ng editing, like I'm actually a student of it. Tapos I had my I am going to have yun nga pala yung one major change na nangyari sa akin taon na to, nakakaramdam na rin ako nung nararamdaman ni Jazz. Yung mga
yeah.
nararamdaman niya sa paa, yung mga nararamdaman niya sa tuhod, sa likod.
I think, Mike, it's you got it pretty late in your life. It's like,
Well,
you're
yeah.
supposed to get it on your 30s.
Well, yeah.
Pero
So,
plus
Uh,
magaling na si Jazz. So
yeah,
ikaw
that
na
was
lang yan.
like the last gout attack I had was last year. Exactly last year. Like I'm gout
Yeah.
attack free for 1 year
well,
already.
after what happened to you last night, I will wait for like in the next 48 hours for that side effect to
Nah.
occur.
Eh, pag
Oh, you're
I didn't drink
pag
beer,
pag may
so that's why.
yeah, yun nga, pag may gout ka kasi, and I have a lot of friends with gout, alam mo na kung anong inumin mo eh. Like, it's
Yeah, like
parang
don't drink beer, right? It's like no.
and in my experience with Jazz, I think Jazz can like pick and select the alcoholic drinks na gout friendly.
Yeah.
The only thing na I've observed kay Jazz na hindi niya kaya is picking and selecting food. because the gout friendly food isn't good, and yung mga bawal yun yung
Yung
masarap. I mean,
masarap,
we all
di ba?
like. Oh,
Come on.
so
Yeah.
Speaking of that, may isisingit ko lang to ng konti. There's this one time na nagluto ng munggo si Lala. Tama ba?
Yeah.
Nagluto ng munggo si Lala on a Friday.
magkaaway ba kayo?
And nah, she just loves munggo din. But like, kasi bawal sa akin. I was like, alright, fine, I'll eat a little bit. Like, it's okay if like I eat it in moderation, you know. But sometimes you really wanted to, lalo na yung kare-kare ni Ate Len, there's no way you could eat like a little bit of that. But I got into a threshold. It was like, alam kong aabot ako sa threshold na magsasakit yung paa ko at this point. So I stopped. I was like, alright, hanggang dito na lang yung kaya ko. So I don't eat a lot. So like,
I remember nung kare-kare kasi when we did one of our face-to-face shows at your place, di ba? Like Len was there always, like with the food. Titigman ko sana yung kare-kare kaso hindi bagay kasi I think I was eating spaghetti or something. So tinitira yung kare-kare. I was considering na mag-uwi. Pero di ba at the time I was staying in some Airbnb place near your place. Kaso nakita ko parang ayoko nang humingi ng kare-kare kasi parang pinaghatian na ni Jazz, ni Chino.
They were like reserving it.
To the point na parang mag-aaway kayo pagka hindi na ako makikihati. Wala na kayo.
Grabe yun.
Oh my God. All right, let's move to Rene. What was the major change you've done this 20 on the first half of 2024? Aside from taking a break from G3.
Ayun yeah. Like I the biggest adjustment for me was I'm looking over like my pantry here. The diet. Because I've never really dieted before. It wasn't naman like for anything because preachy fitness stuff. Pero the last year kasi I was bulking up and I felt like okay, I've already hit yung specific bulk. So now I'm trying to lean down na. So I've never, like dati kasi I just lift. I don't care. Wala naman akong specific na goals. But I figured if I'm going to do something, I might as well, do it purposefully. So I tried dieting. So the past several weeks, ayun nga, 1 meal a day lang ako.
Uy, OMAD ka din pala.
Hindi, bawal sa akin. Not technically, kasi bawal kasi may acid reflux ako eh. So I can't do 1 meal a day. But I only eat 1 full meal a day before I work out. And then afterwards, it's just a bunch of snacks. So it's a big adjustment because I like food. Like if you follow me on Instagram, puro either gym photos lang or pagkain lang yung pinopost ko. So so I like, like sugar, cutting down. So, dapat nga wala eh, pero hindi kaya. So like once a week, especially yung pag hindi namin sponsor pero yung Dunkin' Donuts, I can't fucking say no to that. So yun, yung kanin ko ngayon is brown rice na, which fucking tastes like shit.
Brown rice.
Kasi ang benefit dun sa akin is mostly psychological. Kasi I don't enjoy eating it. So every time na kakain na naman ako kadiri.
So if you're like if you're gaslighting yourself to think that it's bad, it's gonna do something healthy. Parang it's healthy.
It's easier to like para mamaya lang ako kakain or konti lang kakainin ko kasi hindi naman masarap. I know some people tell me na hindi masarap naman yung brown rice. You're fucking lying. It's not. It's fucking garbage. It's not. Pero yun nga. It helps.
I was thinking na sasabihin mo quinoa eh. But like, alright, brown rice, alright, fine. Like,
I've tried quinoa. I've tried quinoa. I've tried red rice. Yun na. Brown rice yung pinaka-tolerable. Pero,
if you hate brown rice pero you want to go healthy pa rin, consider multigrain.
Anong difference ba?
Hindi, at least halo-halo yung itsura niya. Halo-halo yun, so hindi mo mapapansin na brown rice na talaga. So pero at saka mas tastier siya, at least to my experience.
Pag naubos ko to, I'll give it a shot. Tapos pag pangit lasa, okay.
Bakit
nasa good? Kasi yun yung point. But, But
Alright.
yeah, mostly it's a diet because I've never dieted in my
Diet.
entire life. Yeah.
Okay. So that si Mike is like his situation, moving from Pasig
Mhm.
to QC. Rene naman is diet and then health concerns, right? On my end, I think on a career wise, I I got a new job last April, like a bigger responsibility as well. So and then yeah, I think that was the major one of the major changes I've did in the past few months.
Marami
Um,
ka ng pera.
lol.
Eh, di ba?
I'm giving.
It's a
Here's
safe
the thing.
assumption. Oh.
Here's the thing. I'm giving the money to other people. You know yung ano ni Red Skull sa Endgame? I lead people to a
I leave
treasure I
people.
cannot
I can't.
possess. Parang gano'n, di ba? Something like that. So, like,
Hmm.
napupunta yun sa members ng community, napupunta yun kay Mike, napupunta yun on like the other, other patrons namin sa brand, sa company. So, yeah,
Hmm.
I'm Red Skull,
Okay.
essentially. So, gusto ko ako yung pumaldo, pero ako yung
Oo.
nagpapapaldo ng iba. So, it's sad
Kaya pala,
na parang,
kaya pala ang lakas ni Mike mag-inom. Binibigyan mo pala siyang pera.
Hindi. Hindi na, it's not like it's not like libo-libo yung binigay ni Jess sa akin, no? It's just enough lang for,
yun yung enough
You
ah,
kasi
know?
kay Mike, di ba? Iba yung enough sa
Oh.
kanya at enough sa akin. Iba rin yung enough kay me. Right? So, we have our
Nakakatakot
own
yung
definition.
yeah, nakakatakot statement ni Mike na, it's just enough for,
You
Ano
know?
yun?
Remember, like, I have
what?
to tell everyone, I won't tell the price, but Mike owns
Oh.
3 Star Heroes NFTs. So,
Oh.
do what you want with that information. He
Oh, yeah.
owns a ball droid from Pool Masters. Gusto magbilyar nito eh. So, I don't know. We got him
What?
a,
I love
like a
billiards.
Pool Masters.
I heard na you were pretty good. And now I
Tinalo niya
realize
ako.
na,
Tinalo niya
yun
ako
nga,
sa bilyar, dude.
I realized na, di ba, nung nag-swimming tayo, nagbibilliards tayo, andun lang siya, just smoking in the, like,
Yeah.
around us, but he never played. So, nag-ano lang. I think sinusukat lang niya tayo at the time. Na parang,
Siya nagturo kay Efren Bata Reyes magbilyar, dude.
uh,
Or kay Django Bustamante. Yung mga ganun. Siya
sayang
yung
nga,
nagturo sa
kasi
kanila.
hindi siya tinuruan ni Efren maging bata. Kasi matanda na rin.
Walang swap, no? Like, turuan kita magbilyar, turuan mo ko maging bata. Diba?
Walang benefit na nakuha.
Walang benefit na nakuha si Mike. Pero, baka mapunta tayo sa usapang matanda na si Mike. Last thing is, why are we doing this new time slot? It's because, nakita nyo naman, available si Rene. Right? We were expecting like a full squad tonight because like again walang trabaho because like Chino night shift siya, so every Friday parang like he has to leave early to have to work. So and then yeah, I think we got Trickster already here, but yeah,
Yun.
we're doing this because like it's a brand new season and then hindi ganun ka-busy yung mga tao. But hello Trickster, how are you?
Nagulat eh.
Wait, ginising ka ba ni Tita Judy?
Ginising ka ba ni Tita Judy?
Gulat ako eh.
We are sorry.
Ang init eh. Like, I was supposed to be just taking a nap because, it's hot. I'm just going to cool myself off.
Kaya
And I
nagulat
guess, and you know the rest. It's just 8. Like, I started napping at 4. I was supposed to wake up at 6. Now it's like 8. I
Yeah.
guess.
Perfect. So alright,
Thank you,
real
Tita
quick.
Judy.
Thank you Tita Judy for waking Trickster up. But alright, real quick Trickster, how was your season break? Ano yung nabudol sa'yo sa Steam sale? And what are the changes that you've done personally in the last 6 months? No, in the first half of the year. Yun, 3 questions.
Well, I guess nothing much changed. And as per the Steam sale, surprisingly, konti lang binili ko. Since, Elden
You
Ring
already
DLC
have those games? You already have a lot of games? Ganun ba yun?
well, no, it's more like, like, I'm trying to save up for next month. Plus, Elden Ring DLC just came out. I'm still considering buying that, by the way. Pero I still have to consider something that's coming out next month, since I still don't know the price.
I think you'd love the Elden Ring DLC. because apparently it's ridiculously difficult. So it's
I don't think
It's more
it
up to
looks
his
that
speed. You
difficult.
know?
yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. Like, sometimes
Oh,
people love to exaggerate about things, especially when it comes to from software games. And
Well,
you can cheese a lot of things, but
the I love how Trickster casually said na parang people are just exaggerating. It's not gonna be
uh,
that hard. You know, it's like him casually saying, "You guys are just noobs."
mm. Plus, it tells me like, okay, Trickster is obviously rarely on Twitter because every time I see Elden Ring on Twitter, it's just people bitching about the
Bitching
difficulty.
about it.
Oh,
I may not be on Twitter, but I am on Discord, so your
there's
mileage
that.
may vary about the reactions on certain things.
Oh,
Onto certain things. Yeah.
but did you
Uh,
did you actually get anything from the Steam sale?
Aside from extra civs and the game modes for Civilization 6, I did get something called Supermarket Simulator.
supermarkets. Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of people play supermarket simulator and just become the
You,
worst supermarket. Like I think it's the
it's
race.
it's it's been it's such a weird thing because for me I'm more profit driven when it comes to games like these, like and especially when you're hands on talaga, right? Like
wait,
siya,
okay, so you own the supermarket, okay? Because
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you
sinabi mo supermarket simulator, first thing they popped to my head, like, do you just go shopping?
no, 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 no.
Okay,
That'll be boring as fuck. Now you manage
okay.
the supermarket and then make
Okay.
it
Kasi,
grow.
kasi yung goat simulator, ganun, you're just a fucking goat. You
Yeah.
walk
I
around.
mean, it's like more like you're a goat on acid, but
You know,
It's a different thing.
yeah, it's a different.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
At least
Yeah.
si Trickster
So
nakaka ano pa rin, nakaka-relax pa rin while the season break was happening. And we're happy for you. Sana ma-fulfill mo rin yung boodles mo for the ano.
for the rest
Uh,
of the year.
oo. And also we were talking about the Aya na yung mga nagyayatay na we should meet. Wala kasing meet na nangyari, 'di
Yeah.
ba?
mm.
So I just wanna set that on record na hindi tayo we've been dying to go out pero everyone was so busy and all.
Mm-mm.
surprisingly,
'Di ba?
nakita tayo during the break.
During the break,
Well,
yeah.
No, kami ni
yeah.
Jazz.
Kami ni Trickster, it was Tita Judy's birthday and then we attended this cosplay blitz event. So we
I
were there
didn't
for
even know.
work
Mm.
and
Yeah, I
then
didn't even
Yeah.
know
nagulat
there
na lang
was
kami.
a event there na
Why di mo
cosplay.
rin alam, right? So like nagulat na lang kami just sa Atilen. Oh, Atilen! Oh, you're here! And then Lalas on cosplay. It was like, yeah, you're gonna be the mascot for Tita Judy's birthday. And then, nalibre pa kami ng kain. I was like, we were still working that time. I was like, you know what? Let's
Hmm.
stop working and then let's just eat. I was like, sila na, okay. And then we left the venue. Kumain
Yun
na
nga
lang kami.
eh. Oh, speaking of, belated happy birthday Tita Judy. Nag-ano ko doon.
Belated happy
Ah,
birthday.
okay. So sige. General, fire
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, so why are we doing this? Why are we talking about changes and stuff, right? But yeah, in line with the change in G3, the changes we've done in our lives, the new time slot, the new season over the past decade, especially during the pandemic, a lot of changes had happened on the way we work and do things in general. Like in the genres we cover, like there are significant changes in pop culture, in gaming, in anime, in toys. Kumbaga nagbago na yung meta, right? Is when like on a professional like esports, like there's meta. Nagbago na rin yung meta some like all around the world, right? Some are creating memes about it, yung meta in dating is now like Beanie and not Taylor Swift, yung mga ganon. So,
Yan.
kumbaga, nagbago na rin talaga eh. Nagbago na yung pananaw ng tao sa mga bagay-bagay and pananaw ng brands, ng mga companies, and then nung entire like community in general. So, before we dive in, let's dive into one of our most favorite segments here in G3. It's Captain Mike's Legendary PP.
Huh? This is
Oh,
weird.
this is not. I am not Captain Mike.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Are
know what
you are
happened.
you Are you his legendary PP now? Is that one of the changes that we're discussing?
Oh my God, Mike, nasaan ka? But then this is, hindi pa namin, I don't know, new season, the banner should be
uh,
different, but this is Captain Mike's Legendary PP, powered by Yay
he's
Technologies. I'm sorry, the powered by Yay
he,
Technologies. Ayan. So we got a
apparently
new
he's having
sponsor.
technical issues. Yeah.
That's a new, di ba, na parang
It's
the guy from
Mm,
Converge is having technical
okay.
issues. Ayan
and
na,
Okay.
ayan
that
na, ayan
is
na,
not
he's back.
even internet, and that is not even internet related. Just to set again the
I know.
record straight.
So user
So
issues.
baka mama oo, so
User
user
issue.
issue talaga. So alam mo naman
Oh.
minsan nagkakaroon ng misunderstanding kasi sinasabi nila ganito, ganyan, ganyan. But you know how it is. Dahil dyan,
May
we
gusto
will
ka ba
go
ikwento?
start.
Ang
Hindi,
lalim mo.
out of nowhere, I swear.
Oh.
Anyway, let's go start with
Oh.
Stanley. Hello, Tita Len. And syempre, si Nikki nandyan. Exclamation point notify. Kayo rin, you can type in exclamation point notify to get yourselves up to date with the latest streams. Sabi ni EJ, new time slot, noise. Hello, Nikki. Hello, welcome sa stream. Hello din,
Landi
Earl
talaga. Ang landi pa
John.
rin ni
Yan.
Stanley. Ang tagal ko numala. Tapos ang
Oh.
landi pa rin niya pagbalik.
Oh, tapos bigla nilaglag nga ni EJ. Hello, tambay kay Rindo Chinako, Stanley ha. Paki-spatan nga yan ni Neral at saka ano. Earl Jan, hoy, nag-name drop. Stanley Shida, okay ka na ba? Oh, sabi ni tatawa tuloy si EJ, sabi niya Chris Benoit, why, ha? Mamaya ko. Sabi niya, nagkabukingan na. Muntik na daw magkaroon ng 60, ganyan. Sabi ni Stanley, hello Tita Len. And sumagot ang Tita Len, hi Stanley Yoshida. Sinabihan din ako ni EJ, you should have bought Division 2 on Steam. Ito na, mag-message Tito Jude. Hello, bakit Saturday night wala si Joshua? Bakit? Sabi ni Eileen dito, the sad thing is when you get something on the Steam sale, then you first see thing for free on Epic weeks or months later. Sabi rin ni EJ, Bloodstain Front Mission First Remix, sana yun din ang kinuha ko. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Final Fantasy 7 OG, FF7 Remastered, daming pair ni EJ.
Natempt ako
Tapos,
sa Ghost Recon Breakpoint, pero I don't know if it's worth the money pa. Maybe EJ
Wildlands. Wildlands over
Wildlands is my
Wildlands is
favorite.
better.
Yeah.
Wildlands is
Okay,
better.
okay. I just finished it again, but sige, go on, Cap.
Sige. Pag-usapan natin yan. Cap, you forgot to tina your hair. I don't give a F about that. It's talaga, you got to embrace embrace your
Yun.
flaws.
The
Sabi ni
old
Rene,
man
di ba?
Mike.
Oo. Tapos,
Plus,
ito na nga.
he wasn't fooling anyone with the die anyway, so...
Yeah, I know. Yan, sabi ni Stanley, ito, kung nakikita nyo to, yung logo ni Stanley dyan, na we are also live on the G3
On
Twitch channel. Okay.
Mm.
Tapos ayun na nga, bigla mo nagpahabol pa talaga, teka, stop ko nga yung music dito, teka lang ha. Nagpahabol pa si Stanley, sabi niya, shoutout Seika Usui.
Oy,
And
Seika Usui.
that
Screenshot
concludes
to Mayan.
Okay, again.
Raging hormone ni Stanley, ah.
Oh.
Screenshot ko yan. Seika Usui. Ayan.
Yun pala, naisingit lang naman ni Rene yung tungkol doon sa games na yun. When was that billiard thing again? Nung last year pa yun, di ba?
When
Yung
we went
inispat ako
swimming.
kayo. Oo, yun. Okay. Just to make sure. And, sige, General, back to you.
Yeah. So again, shoutout sa lahat na nanonood. Thank you so much for making tambay dito sa ating stream. And now we're gonna talk about changes in gaming first. Because we are gamers at heart. We've been in the gaming industry for like a really long time now. But in the last decade, there are some noticeable changes in video games na alam mo yun, either it became like a quality of life upgrades, and then there are some na parang we really don't need this. Sweet baby ink, we really don't need this, but why is this a thing, why is this happening, right? So we first things first, in the last 10 years, gaming development has been really accessible to everyone now. we've had an influx of like good quality indie games out there. We've got some bad quality indie games out there, but like everyone passionate about gaming development is open. Like it's an open, like the what you call this, the barrier to entry is pretty low na pwede ka na pumasok, right? Like even normal people, like tayo, like kore gagawa ako ng indie game ngayon na na like Captain Mike Simulator, 'di ba? Just simulate the life of Captain Mike from like birth to
I would play the shit out of
you
that.
would play that shit, right? It's like Captain Mike, and it's like a Mr. Bean kind of thing na nahulog siya galing sa langit in the prehistoric era up to like cyberpunk-esque. Like like kung hanggang saan ka aabot. You have to make Mike go to a point na future na, right?
I love how I love how the game starts off with Mike already at that age. So wala talaga siyang point na bata siya.
Parang dating ng Civilization lang ah. Okay.
Like, kung gano'n, diba? Like, bababagsak na siya galing sa langit, diba? So, like, game development tools, like Unity, Unreal Engine are now accessible to beginners, even without programming experience. Like, RPG Maker is on Steam. Like, Ren'Py is, like everywhere, right? Ren'Py visual novels are everywhere. So, like, this democratization allows more people to create their own games and express their own creativity. So, marami na tayong, ano tricks? Creative. We've got indie games na napasok sa Game Awards, right? We've got indie games like, I could talk all night about indie games, like awesome kinds of indie games, but let's move on to the next thing. We got mobile gaming is becoming a thing. Even like before, ano ba yung mobile games na nilalaro natin? Snake, Space Impact. Right? Yun na naman yung nilalaro natin sa phone.
Oh, we can never forget Java games din.
Java games.
Oh, yes.
Like
Diba?
They actually did develop games for the phone, which were kind of fun. They were fun distractions. They even had fighting games there, if you believe it.
Yeah. So like I remember Java games like what's that game series? Miami Nights or New York Nights na game was like super fun, right? And then we got AAA developers putting games on mobile now. Meron tayong mga mobile versions na ng current like esports titles. We got Wild Rift, we got Valorant Mobile, right? We've got Apex Legends Mobile at some point na it died. So, like gaming has been really accessible to everyone, right? Like wala na siyang, kumbaga, it doesn't require you to have a PC. It doesn't require to have a console. If you have a phone, dude, by all means, like play those games, right? Play those mobile
Powerful
games.
enough phone, you mean?
Yeah, powerful enough phone.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
Right? And then, next thing you know, video games are now digital. Like, you don't need to buy the physical copy. You don't need to buy, like, go long lines at GameStop or some other game store to buy a game. Like, platforms like Steam, Epic, EA, Xbox Game Pass, right? So, and then features like early access, like playing a game, like paying for a game that's not fully done yet,
Early
like
access.
That. Yeah,
And
early
that thing
access
can be a
stuff.
blessing or a boon or a curse talaga.
True.
Like we're lucky 7 Days to Die just came out like version 1 of all things.
Diba?
Like, after what? 11 years. After 11 years, 7 Days to Die is finally coming out.
Diba? And like we got DayZ, who's like Dean Hall just yeeted himself out of. Diba? So we got these platforms, these ways on how to like milk money out of people, but it's fine. Like we've got great games out of it anyway. You got online, a much more defined online connectivity, right? Na dati you have to connect your phone to like telephone, like PC to a telephone. Ngayon, basta may internet ka, basta may wifi, basta may ML10 ka, di ba? Makakapag-ML ka na.
Even
Ganun
before that, even before that, LAN cable lang talaga. LAN
diba?
party. Tayo mo computer mo, tara, Diablo. Dito tayo
Diablo,
sa
diba?
Yan.
sa sa sala.
Counter
Kung
Strike.
wala ka,
Counter Strike was fun.
oh,
Like yung LAN,
oh.
LAN party na Counter
LAN
Strike.
party.
Tapos
Yeah.
Oo,
duct tape ko
Oh,
sa,
that epic photo of the guy duct taped to the ceiling. Like,
Just so you
dude,
can play, right? Like, kasi was like,
yeah,
oh,
just like
I like
para
that.
kasha sila. So like, buy a
We've
couple of
we've had
ayun,
nights
ayun,
like
ayun.
that with my friends na parang LAN party na Counter Strike. Saturday, 8 p.m. lasing lahat, nagmumurahan sa sala. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Everyone's bringing their PCs or the laptops
yeah,
on a specific
oh.
place. Dude, I miss those days. Like, yeah. And then, free-to-play games and games as a service. You know, na dati, kailangan pang bilihin yung game para ma-enjoy mo. Ngayon, you've got a lot of free-to-play games out there. You got, like, most of the esports games are free-to-play. You got gacha games. You got games as a service. You know, you got a lot of these wala, with no upfront cost. Diba? Na parang,
Yeah.
basta may phone ka lang, basta may PC ka lang, yeah, just, you know, play the game. And then,
Call of
Mic-
Duty is
deal with the
famous for free.
microtransactions later. Diba?
like if you want to be the top dog in the game, it's
Yeah.
spend money.
You have to pay money. And then streaming, like video game streaming, let's play, YouTube streaming, Twitch streaming.
Oh, yes.
Gaming became more of an entertainment, diba? Na parang entertainment is like people love watching people, you know, na matakot sa mga horror stream. May ibang gusto na like bad trip
The
sa Chain
gaming.
Together, diba? Sando
Meron Sando
gaming, like hot tub gaming, something like that. And
Back
then-
when PewDiePie was the king, like man,
Yeah, but the king of
like
like,
LPs
Let's
were
Plays.
fun back then.
Yeah. And then the power of celebrities and influencers in video games. They, even though there are some kind, like may iba na pinopromote ng influencers or celebrities na games that are bad, there are awesome games out there like Cyberpunk, you know, with Keanu Reeves. You got ano nga tawag dito? Fuck, I forgot the game. But yeah,
Rocky
yung
City.
Rocky City with like a star-studded cast with
My
Ice-T.
boy, Vanilla
Yeah,
Ice.
Vanilla Ice. You got people there. So yeah, and then the endorsements. Diba, parang if you got a celebrity, like a famous celebrity in game, for sure, like it's gonna, you know, be a hit. I don't know.
Oh.
It's like it's gonna be a hit or miss. Essentially.
Even dito sa Pinas, may ganun din tayo, di ba? I
Yeah.
remember si Pressman for Ragnarok noon.
Yeah.
So, one of them, and marami pa sila doon.
Diba?
Yeah. Remember, like what game was what game was that where Blackpink was there? Like PUBG, ba?
Oh yeah, PUBG.
was it
Oh,
was it Blackpink or was it what?
Twice was in a different game, ba?
It's a different game.
Oh,
I think
so it's
PUBG
PUBG
was
Mobile
not
for
Blackpink. It's a different group. It's a different
It's
girl group. I have to ask Lala.
it's PUBG Mobile Blackpink in 2022.
Blackpink, yan. Yung
And
PUBG
then
naman na
was,
PC was a different girl group din. So,
Yeah, and Fortnite has yung
lot.
in-game
Si
concerts.
Ninja. Yeah, sila
Oh.
Ninja.
So, like
They got
Marshmallow.
You got
in-game
Tupac.
concerts is a weird
Tupac.
one, yeah.
You even
Tupac.
got. I'm not gonna mention what happened.
Who?
Mention it. Mention who?
Oh, go on.
Well, aside from concerts, we had you know, we had we had Black History Month at some point in Fortnite, as
Okay.
in, and
What happened?
of course,
What do they do?
okay, so of course, you know, there's parang a why would you put a lecture in Fortnite? As in, like I could understand if it's like a museum, like Martin Luther King, right? Yeah, that's fine. That would be fine. But you actually put out a lecture, like a fucking Skype call in between people. Of course,
Killing each
people
other.
would. No. They actually turned that off. They turned off combat, and unfortunately, they did not turn off emotes. So you have someone sitting down and someone hitting the griddy on someone sitting down while throwing tomatoes on the conference call. It was a shit show. Nobody liked it.
I want to see. What is it on YouTube?
Yes, on YouTube somewhere.
I
Oh,
will watch
shit.
that later.
Did you watch
I
the
have not
trailer?
watched that, pero
Oh, and
for
another thing, uh, that was the time when superheroes were on the rise, right? Collabs and shit. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had
Rene,
the
this one's
Thanos
for
event.
you.
I remember.
This one's for you, Rene, since Justice League was big back then, right?
Oh, I thought the
And
Black History thing was for me, but oh, I get this
oh,
one.
oh, yes, it is. It is. It's also for you because this correlates. This correlates.
Hmm.
So the emote thing I said, it didn't disable it. Disable it, right?
Yeah,
They had an emote for Wonder Woman with and Catwoman regarding their
okay,
weapons. If you know the
yeah,
Catwoman and Wonder Woman,
the
you
whip and the
Ah,
the
lasso. Yeah.
whip,
fudge, the
and they
lasso and the whip.
and they
Oh
were
yes,
using the whip on Black History Month.
alright. Okay. Like, is it still around? Because I'm downloading. I'm downloading Fortnite now.
Yeah.
Fudge.
Oh well, the emote I think is still there. Since it's already July, the thing is.
the,
Ah,
see, here's the thing with Trickster. Higugulatin ka na lang ni Trickster talaga sa mga bagay-bagay.
yeah. Gusto ko yung statement. I like yung trickster statement na nobody liked it.
Nobody liked it.
I mean, I'm loving it, but it's I'm going to be pouring through YouTube after the show.
And
Yeah.
just watch.
Hmm.
Speaking of
Oh my
Fortnite, I
God.
was curious tuloy dun sa sinabi ni Trickster na may mga concerts and events. So,
Yeah.
notable ones would be
That was
Marshmello,
an event.
Travis Scott,
Travis
Ariana
Scott.
Grande,
Yeah.
Fallout Boy, Charlie Puth, Eminem, and just 2 weeks ago, Metallica.
Oh yeah.
Metallica of
I saw
Fortnite.
I saw that actually. So I actually got suckered into watching the Metallica concert
Wow.
with someone on Fortnite. It was free on admission, by the way. So
Oh my
you
No,
God.
can
I,
catch like day one of Metallica concert. It's fine
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah. Again, like, I just want to add as well, collaborations and stuff, right, in gaming. Dati hindi pa uso yung mga collab and crossovers, right? But right now, like, we got a lot of crossovers, we got a lot of collaborations. Even like the weirdest collaborations you can find, right? We got Dragon Ball on Fortnite. You got Dave the Diver on Nike,
That one was
which
weird.
was
That one was
weird.
fucking weird.
Wait, and it's just a fishing minigame.
Yeah, it's just
It was a fishing minigame on Nike where they found, like, it's the thing. They just look for a reason to release like summer bikini outfits again. It's like
and they
they're
choose
fishing.
Dave the Diver.
They chose Dave the Diver, which was super weird. But yeah, collaborations upon collaborations. You like dalawang games na di mo in-expect na magko-collab. It's like happens, right? So that's one of the changes as well in gaming in the last decade. But when I ask the panel, what are the notable changes in gaming that most impacted you in the last decade? Let's start with
in the
Trickster.
last decade.
Yeah, the last decade.
The last decade, I'd have to say online gaming on Steam specifically. Like my God, that was magic. Since first time I was going to go online, I was scared because connection ko dati is DSL, right? And,
Hmm.
and I'm playing and I'm going to play a online intensive game for the first time in my home, which is Skullgirls, a fighting game that where lag is very important to the experience. And lo and behold, I got spoiled on the rollback netcode, and I tried other fighting games with shit netcode, and wow, the difference is just like day talaga. And the fact that on PC, online is free. We don't have to pay extra for it.
Yeah.
That's the best part talaga.
And
Like thanks Mike Shaw for bringing that bullshit on PS3 and PS4 and Nintendo. They didn't require that shit before.
oh, all right. Mike, how about you?
Uh,
What was the notable change in the last decade that impacted you?
siguro sa akin yung interactivity ng with mobile devices eh. sa lahat ng games na nakita ko na may big changes, it was Pokemon Go that really got my ano talaga. Yung kung alam mo yan, yung imagine mo Pokemon Go na nalalaro mo lang siya sa sa Game Boy back in the day, di ba?
Mm.
Tapos nung nilagay nila sa mobile yun, wherein you, the one who owns a mobile device, have to go to a specific place para lang makakuha ng specific Pokemon. You have to go like places. 'Di
Oh,
ba? So, 'di ba? So, and that
Yung
was
AR, you mean? Yung AR
yeah, yung
game.
Yeah,
AR.
AR.
Naalala ko noon kasi nasa smoking area ako noon, and like people were like watching me na parang tutok ako noon, flipping my fingers dun sa tapos bigla ko umiikot, naghahanap ako ng Pokemon, 'di ba? Tapos nalaman nila, ano yung tinitingnan mo diyan? Na ito
Or you're
may
flipping
hinahanap
something.
ka.
Oh.
may hinahanap ako.
Nakita nila gumaganon ka, Mike, o gumaganon ka nakatalikod.
Oo.
Sample lang ko, again, gumaganon ko.
Uh,
Oo.
Ito. Gumaganon
no!
ka.
No, nakatas yung phone ko. Nakatas yung phone ko.
Nagpo-Pokemon Go ako. Diba?
Oh, para anong ginagawa mo nung titingnan mo? Meron kasi dito mga Pokemon na maliit, tsaka tumitingin ako ng mga Pokemon malaki.
And then may pagkaprono, ano to? Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go. Ano po? Bastos ka. Ganun sila kay Mike.
Yan.
Oh. Nasa watchlist na siya.
Mother.
And about you, Rene. How about you?
Very surprisingly, it's a positive thing because I'm normally negative about games. But yung community creations for WWE games,
Shit, yeah.
yeah, because back then, diba, every year they release a wrestling game, a new one, and you're stuck with whoever's there, kung ano yung roster nila. And being an old school fan, I prefer the older wrestlers, but a lot of them are no longer there, especially if they're not famous enough. So to those who don't know, community creation is basically an online function for the WWE 2K games, wherein players can create wrestlers and upload it to this community, wherein everyone can download. So at this point, virtually every wrestler that's ever existed has been community created. And when I play my wrestling game, they have what's called a universe mode, wherein it's a complete sandboxing where you can create shows, you can book matches, and yeah, so you can choose the roster. So thanks to community creations, my universe mode is now like the Monday Night War, which is I have the 1998 WWF roster and the 1998 WCW roster, and then I book the shows, I create the matches, and I
Eat
I
your
don't like
heart out,
modern
Eric
wrestling.
Bischoff.
Yeah, so I just download everyone, like, because normally the legends that they would have in WWE games are like the really famous ones, or the ones that are still under Legends contract with them. But like, where are my fucking jobbers? I downloaded
Yeah.
guys like Lance Storm and Rhino.
Inland
Yeah, I am about to. I have. I recreated thanks to community creations. I recreated the Natural Born Thrillers, which is so that's Sean Stasiak, Sean O'Hare, Chuck Palumbo, and a bunch of like people watching like who Mark Jindrak, which they're terrible, but I love them.
Right.
So it's of the entire thing. So yeah, community creations is great. And I love how like it also developed a healthy community of players. Like there's there's a subreddit for that where people just post their creations, they talk about the games. So as much as I hate online gaming, that's one thing that I love the most. It's that because because of the community thing, the community creation thing, it improved my solo gaming experience. So yeah, look at me being nice
People
and
have
shit.
people have made storylines with character creations. Like if you
Yeah.
one thing I missed out on was PGW, which is video game wrestling. People would just submit every kind of video game character creation for WWE, where you could have fucking Miles Edgeworth from Ace Attorney fighting Zangief, and
Yeah,
with this manager Bowser and Ganon. You know?
they have but aside from wrestlers, because community creations, yeah, just everyone's creations. So there's like really freaky shit there. Like Goku is there, you can download Goku. The Avengers are there, you can put them in a faction. So
You can
it's
have
just fucked up.
Well,
like
it's
you
fun
can
and
have
seeing.
Hideo Kojima fight fucking Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Like I'm seeing like I think may nag-stream yata ng WWE thing like I think during
Mm.
the election time, right? And
Yes,
it was
yes.
like and it was like
The
BBM
all of
versus
the
ano
candidates. Yeah.
all of the candidates
Yeah.
nag Royal Rumble yung mga candidates. It was super fun to watch, dude.
Mm.
It was super
So
fun to watch. But yeah, like more
so what
entertaining
about you,
stuff,
Jazz?
right? For
What's
me,
your
I
yes.
think one of the notable changes, real that greatly impacted me, like especially my career, was like the esports being mainstream, right?
Mm.
Pro gaming being mainstream. Kasi dati hindi pa siya ganun ka-prevalent eh. Like, if you're an esports player, like if you're a good player, Counter-Strike player, ganun, kayo lang yung parang may opportunity. But then it grew into something like production companies now being built. Like talents are being fostered, talents are being created, right? So, doon din nagsimula yung career ko na parang with esports being mainstream, meron ng like there are opportunities for people na who are not that good in the game mechanically but like they're good in the game mentally. Oh yeah, you can be an analyst, you can be a caster. If you're good at obs, like you can be, you can do production, like you can do
Mm-mm.
hosting, you can do all this shit, right? So like para sa akin yun yung parang the opportunities that gaming created essentially, na not limited to just being good at the game but like being part of the industry, being part of the community. Yun yung pinaka nagtumatak talaga sa akin na parang, yeah, like, I love what happened. Like, this is something, a step forward, right, in the right
Yeah.
direction. So, yun yung parang pinaka
Definitely. But yeah,
yeah.
but what about as a player?
Oh, yeah. As a player, probably how easy it is to like buy digital versions of games. Kasi naging biktima
Mm.
na ako dati ng hinihiraman ako ng games tapos hindi na binabalik
Hindi
sa
na
akin.
binabalik.
So, right now, like, nagkakaroon ako ng reason na hindi na magpahiram. Sasabihin, hindi, digital kasi yung ano ko
Digital
eh.
lang. Yeah.
Okay, sige, ganun, di ba? So, syempre,
Pahiram
hindi
na
mo
lang na account.
mapapahiram yun. Di ba? So, like, no, that's stupid. Like, I don't even, like, mas
No.
lalo na hindi ko papahiram account ko, di ba? Hindi na nga ako nagpapahiram ng games. So, mas lalo ko, like, I became like a lot more, like, nadja-justify yung pagiging selfish ko. Because,
Yeah.
puro digital yung games ko. So,
That's right.
May isa pang advantage yan, yung digital games because okay lang, name drop na natin. Kasi ako, I get my games yung sa Databits. So, yung digital purchases, digital
yeah.
games, allowed me to, I'm fine going to Datablitz. What I don't like is passing through all of those cell phone people na, sir, ano?
Oh,
ano
yeah,
hanap
yeah.
yun?" Ano,
Tapos
sir, tempered
magtatabi
glass?
talaga sila.
Every cyber zone
My
ever.
God.
Yeah. So, lalo na sa Mega Mall kasi the cyber zone is very big. The data blitz is
Mhm.
right in the middle of it. So, parang mga
Wala kang
zombies.
choice.
You have no
Grabe
choice.
sila.
Tapos minsan di pa tech related ang bibigay sa'yo. Sir, credit card po?
Like, what?
Alam.
Then may konto
Ako, it
na kayo.
happens. Grabe yun.
God. Yeah. But again, like again, video game has changed in the last decade. Again, tulad kay Rene, like the community created characters, kay Trickster, like the like internet, diba? Kay Mike, the mobile gaming. So, kumbaga, sa inyo guys, like, put it down in the comment section. What are the notable changes in gaming that mostly impacted you? Diba? Kasi ito sa amin personal eh. Diba? Baka kayo may personal din kayo na mga bagay-bagay. Right? Na parang, I loved they created gacha games. I love they created this na I can play a game without paying for it. Right? So let us know in the comments.
Pwede kang murahin mo yung teammate mo overseas. Kasi tapos di nila malalaman.
Dati sa harapan mo lang eh.
Sukab yan.
Sulatan mo pa siya. Napadaan mo pa sa post office.
Papadala mo sa post office,
mga
diba?
4 months later, tapos nakalagay na tayo.
Nakalimutan na nila yung ginawa nila sa'yo at di ka na nila maalala, di ba?
Ano ginawa ko?
But yeah, now let's move on to our like next part of the discussion, which is like changes in film and movies. But before we proceed, let's move on to another segment called Sega News of the Week. Yun. Yun. So, again, we got two Sega news of the week for this week, and it's a two-parter. Ayan. So, first things first, Metaphor Refantasio Altus exclusive showcase. Atlus exclusive showcase story is out now. So, it's confirmed for late July, and you can see the video right here, and you can watch this epic, like, awesomeness dito sa side of screen. And Sega is thrilled to announce on July 6, 2024, it was like a week ago, a new showcase featuring the story in the latest RPG by Atlus Studio Zero, Metaphor Fantasio, was made available. Additionally, on late July, fans will have a chance to learn more about Metaphor's diverse cast of characters during the next Atlus exclusive. Ayan. So Metaphor Fantasio is planned to be released on Xbox Series X and S, Windows, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and of course, Steam. Sorry, Switch users, you gotta have to wait. And so again, if you want to watch this again, you can check out their YouTube channel. You can check out yung YouTube channel ni Atlus mismo. Nandoon. So yeah, don't miss it, guys, if you're a big fan of the series. Yun. And again, next. Again, this is a two-parter. Speaking of Metaphor Fantasio, Atlus will be on this year's PGDX 2024.
For real?
And yeah, they will be in PGDX, and Naoto Hiraoka will be presenting etong
God. Oh, shit.
Metaphor Fantasio. It's gonna be on July 27 at 1 to 2 p.m. So SDMX Convention Center, and if you are at PGDX, if you're a big fan of the series, please go. Please go. Meet Naoto Hiraoka, the mind behind Shin Megami Tensei 3, Nocturne, Persona 3, Persona 4, and etc. And he's a project manager, head of video game development division ng Atlus since 2007. And
Wow.
so if you want to go there
I
to
need to
meet
speak with
the
the guy.
guy, why? What's the first question
No.
you're gonna ask?
Yeah, it's
Ayan.
I just wanted to thank him for Persona 3 because I
Yon.
remember
Ala.
I was in the middle of like a huge anxiety, like depressed attack that lasted for
Mhm.
3 days. So I ended up playing Persona 3 for 3 days straight. So it was
All
fun.
right. So it's weird. Like you have a depressive episode, and then you play the game with kids shooting themselves in
Yeah,
the head.
yeah. Pero when they do
Persona.
that, they become stronger. So like in my mind, it made sense.
If you become strong, and then you find a guy, oh, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
stronger. Ah!
Persona.
Boom.
Bye!
Oh my god, that
Hmm.
was dark.
Tell them to free Vanillaware. Tell them to put their games on PC. Come on, come on. Come on, Atlas. Free them. Like, they have good games. Please.
Like
Oh my
imagine
god.
that guy heading over to PGDX and it's just a bunch of people telling him, "Now put it on PC. Come on, do it."
Kasulat
My
na ganun, no?
god.
Hmm.
Alright.
When's Odin's Spear?
Oh, yeah. Pero yun
Pwede,
na guys,
pwede.
that's our second news of the week. Medyo ingay ng aso. Sorry guys ha. So, yeah, let's move on to the next part of the discussion, which is we're gonna talk about movies and films. So this is something na I'm not really delved into because number one, I rarely watch films. I rarely watch movies. So I only watch like the movies that I like. All right.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
these are the changes in cinema, films, and movies. So first things first, in the last decade, naging uso ang streaming services. Watching movies has been a breeze. You know, na parang you don't have to go to a cinema anymore. You don't have to like go to Blockbuster or Video City to rent,
Pop up
diba?
here.
Rent movies. And you don't need a DVD player or a Blu-ray player or a CD player to watch videos at home. Because it's accessible to your phone, to your PC, to your laptop, to your tablet. Kaya nga sila nagsara. 'Di ba? Na parang it's not na parang nasa bahay na ako, why do I have to go out? I can just pay a few dollars, watch a series, done. Right? So yun yung parang one of the biggest change. Next is, well, obviously, like VFX, diba? Like
Mm.
graphics, diba? Parang green screens, blue screens, na parang dati obvious pa yung mga enteng kabisote type of like glitters and lights, right? And then
Yeah.
ngayon, we got this elaborate like landscapes, not just even like visual effect, but the landscapes, like huge ass robots transforming, huge ass monkeys, huge ass like Godzilla, some kind of shit. So like makikita mo na yung like when Avengers came out, like Captain Marvel came out, like this like DC films, shoutout nga pala sa aso ko na nasa likod. Ayan.
Hi.
Ayan. So, yeah. So, again, video effects, graphics, 3Ds. Yeah. And then, diversity in film. Dati, di ba, alam natin, like, nauso yung whitewashing. Now, like, movies are now more inclusive. Some for good, some for the worse. So yeah, with greater representation, with diverse cast, like stories, voices, this has shift, yung mga films, no, they explore different cultures, identities, and perspectives, right? Next thing we know, diba? Next thing we know, they're gonna cast, I don't know, Chris Hemsworth as the new Martin Luther King or whatever,
I would
right?
watch that. I would actively promote it. Like,
Diba? And then the existence of this superhero universe. Diba? Parang superhero movie universe. Na dati hindi natin alam, it's part of a greater, ano pala. Diba? It's part of a greater storyline, right? The dominance of superhero films. You got the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You got the DC Extended Universe. It shaped like the box office landscape. Na parang, alam mo na yung, like, there are like these ano mo yun, yung mga post credit sequences na like may mga teasers sila na pinapalabas, and I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm excited sa Wolverine and Deadpool movie. And speaking of Deadpool and Wolverine, plano natin, I don't know, I think we told Mike and Trickster, but we're watching it as G3 by the end of this
When
month.
is it coming out?
No, you
again?
haven't.
July
Oh, you haven't told
24.
Trickster, we haven't told Rene.
No, you haven't told me. You haven't told
No,
me.
we told
Baka
you.
mamaya.
Si Ate Len
No,
nagsabi sa'yo na manonood tayo as
no,
G3.
yun na nga.
Apparently
Hindi
kami,
ako ganun.
apparently hindi namin lahat alam. But I'm fine with it. July 24 yung opening day.
Yeah,
So,
but I
let
think
me
that's
know when.
PGDX day. So I think
Yeah.
we'll watch it after na the PGDX para like we have time to like plan things out. But don't worry,
Yeah.
lilibre tayo ni Notch. Don't worry, si Notch yung lilibre sa atin lahat. So wala tayong problema sa ticket. Ayan. And then
Thank you, Notch.
the emergence of remakes and reboots. Hollywood embraced like nostalgia by rebooting classic films, rebooting like other films as well, remaking films as well, while others
Ruining
faced
them.
criticism, right? The other faced criticism, others went for the better. Like, what are like, diba? Parang tanungin ko kayo, like, ano yung mga reboots na, like, what are the reboots that you liked in the last 10 years? So
21 Jump
film
Street.
reboots in the last 10 years that you like. I'm
21
giving you
Jump
like
Street.
10 seconds to think about the title. 10
21
seconds to
Jump
like
Street.
think about. Huh?
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street.
I,
Ayan,
I,
sa
I
Rene.
was able to answer very quickly because it's the only one that's actually good. Most reboots always reboots and remakes of 80s and 70s, 90s properties. They usually don't translate kasi when they modernize it. 21 Jump Street, leaned into that. Like it's an old show, so it was a serious cop show from the I don't know from the olden days, and then they turned it into a comedy because it's funny now. Those concepts are funny now. Now that so that's what they did, and they did it very well. So I am not a big fan of reboots and remakes. I'm a firm believer of leaving specific properties alone, specific IPs.
Not even
Uh, not
not
even
even
bad.
the RoboCop one. Like, I think that was
It's the
weird.
worst. No, of course not. Like,
That was
RoboCop
weird.
is in my top three favorite movies of all time, and then they did this. Oh, the fuck RoboCop. But yeah, it's at like so. It for me, it only works when they turn it into when they turn an unpopular property into something that's less serious. Kasi they did it with Miami Vice, and when they what's this? When they remade
God.
Miami Vice, it was still very serious, but it didn't work. But 21 Jump Street, again, popular TV show that was serious. They turned it into a comedic film. Ships was also a serious TV show from the late 80s, late 70s, and then they turned it into a comedy film. I liked it, but it wasn't received well. But so yeah,
Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch, same thing. So yeah, so generally, yun ang sa akin, 21 Jump Street. It's the
All
one
right.
to
But
be
you,
able to do
yeah.
it the best. Hmm.
How about you, Trickster?
I can't think of one actually. I have been watching movies recently. I've been actually just watching stuff from the past for the past few
Hmm.
weeks. Like I I
A
don't
very
know.
like tough question to ask.
Yeah, it's a very
That was
tough
a good
question.
ring.
All
Yeah.
right. How
I
about you, Mike?
but,
Ay, teka. May
but
sinasabi yata si Tigger.
Ano tricks?
I don't
See,
remember much remakes na I was interested in. Like there was that Blade Runner one. I
Blade
saw.
Explain na
Runner.
boses mo,
Wait,
Tricks.
Oh, lapit mo yung microphone
malayo
sa
pa
ano
sa
mo.
mic.
We cannot hear you.
Really? I don't know. I think it's the mic.
Yeah.
I'll check that out later.
Was it? Pero was it Blade Runner a sequel?
No, no, but it's been weird. There's, let's see what else. There was also Judge Dredd. Like I'm just thinking. I'm just trying to remember
Uh,
the remakes I remember.
Dread
Yeah, no,
wasn't.
I don't.
Dread isn't really a remake because it's technically a first film. Because the Stallone Judge Dredd movie is no longer considered canon.
Oh, really? Okay, so we're
Yeah.
just we're just throwing that under the bus now, like Star Wars. Okay.
And don't get me wrong, I liked it. Rob Schneider is hilarious, but you know,
I was hoping
Naalala
you'd
ko
say
si Rob
that.
Schneider doon.
hmm.
I knew you'd
Oh,
say
yes,
that.
ano?
Yeah, I just can't remember. Like ever since I've just started binge watching the DC animated series of old, I don't
Hmm.
remember anything that I like na remake as in. Eh,
Oh
maybe
wait,
I'm forgetting something.
you know what's technically a remake? All of those Batman movies.
Oh, yeah. Every single
Well, I mean,
Batman movie.
yeah.
Yeah, every time
You're
there's a new
correct.
Batman, it's technically a remake.
It's technically a remake. And
Hmm.
okay.
You're right.
How about you, Mike? What was like the like what was your favorite like reboot, like film reboot, movie reboot?
Siguro for me, it's one of those ano Bond films nung yung
Yun.
kay yes, Bond films
Daniel Craig.
kay Daniel Craig. Kasi if you guys notice yung mga series ng James Bond na yung mga before na James Bond nun, napakaswabe, parang feeling mo hindi sila masyadong nagugulpe, parang lagi silang may finesse dun sa mga movies na pinapalabas sila, no? Pero when I first watched Casino Royale, it was just bare bones na parang lagi siyang kulpi sarado, yung alam mo, lagi siyang may sugat sa katawan, yung parang lagi siyang in pain, lagi siyang nagsa-struggle dun sa ano. So, for me, yung ano na yun, specifically Spectre, which yung the one that I recently watched, iba yung nagagawa ngayon ng nakikita mo yung evolution ng Daniel Craig James Bond mula doon sa ginulpe sa laging parang what's the right term for that? Yung parang lagi siyang
It's
wala
very
wala ka
gritty.
finish
So,
finish.
yeah.
Oo. Until ngayon na parang habang nagpo-progress ngayon yung Daniel Craig na James Bond, parang may finesse siya ngayon, kumbaga swabe na.
Yeah. Well, technically kasi the Daniel Craig James Bond movies timeline-wise, or at least yung sa mga libro,
Mm-mm.
it's technically takes place before the first Sean Connery movie. Kasi bago lang siya dito eh. Bagong James Bond lang
Mm-mm.
siya eh. So
Yes,
sa
yes.
Doctor No, which is Sean Connery's first one, ano na siya, like super agent na siya.
Mm.
Which is, ako naman, like we're of opposite opinions. I prefer the older ones because I like him being that character, yung super agent na yun. But lahat ng iterations I like kasi nga it's comically it's ridiculously I don't know almost
Impossible
parody na
na
daw.
ano, 'di ba? Oo, oo.
But I
Okay,
like it.
who
Like
didn't
even the
get gold
one-liners. Yeah.
gold
Para
maker?
well, yung sa Golden Eye, like there was a one-liner there that I can't forget. Na like yung character ni Denise Richards, like her name is
Mm-mm.
like they made her name like no Christmas yung last name, and the only reason why they made her name Christmas is so James Bond during sex can say the line, "I thought Christmas only came once a year." That's it. That's fucking terrible.
That's
That
smooth as shit though.
yeah,
Ano yun? It's
that's
Christmas Jones.
yeah.
Oh my
That's
god.
I
terrible. Yeah, that's terrible writing. But it's ano kasi, it's fucking James Bond. Like okay, he
it's
would say
cheesy
that.
shit.
Okay. So yun.
It's
So
the
I get your
best.
point though. Like the gritty ones are good, but I like my James Bond as that. Yung ano.
Oh, pero
God
I agree with
dang.
you when I saw the
Mm.
ano Miami Vice na movie. Cannot
Uh,
forget it kasi nung nakita ko na naman everything was like so serious na wait, this is not the Miami Vice I grew up with. I walked out middle of the movie.
it's
Dang.
no, it's a lot darker than the TV show.
God. All right.
Grabe yun.
What about you,
Mm.
Jess?
On my end, being
We
the
make you
youngest guy
like?
here, I can't say like, oh, I like the old one better. Like, since I haven't watched an old version of like any modern film, right? Except one,
Mm.
which is Spider-Man: Homecoming. Just because this might be a hot take, but I think it's better than the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Like the Tom Holland Spider-Man, I think is better than the Andrew Garfield ones. It's just I don't know. It's like there is
What,
nothing. I don't know.
where do you stand on Toby Maguire though?
No, Tobey Maguire is OG, right? It's just it's
Mm.
better than the previous reboot. You know, like
Ah,
it's
okay.
like Tobey Maguire isn't a reboot, but it's like the
It was the
Spider-Man,
first one, yeah.
the first
Ah,
one. So
Ah,
it's not a reboot. It's just that the Tom Holland Spider-Man is better than the previous
yeah,
one.
gotcha.
So yun yung parang ano, technically like I liked it better. Yun yung sa akin. Cause like
Ah,
I mean
sige.
every movie I've watched is the current version. Like I haven't watched the first Fantastic Four. So I have nothing to say. So yun yung sa akin. Yeah, the Tom Holland Spider-Man. And I'm
I
gonna stick
do.
by it.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Like I prefer because my problem with the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is that I liked it. I like him playing as Peter Parker. I like him as Spider-Man because that was the first time. Because the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man I didn't like so much
Really?
because he never spoke.
ooh.
He rarely spoke.
Yeah.
Ah,
Unlike Andrew Garfield was the first Spider-Man I got that was more closer to the comic books because he never shut up.
Yeah, he's a witty
Mm.
Uh,
person.
the problem is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 fucking sucked. It was so bad that like because like the first one I liked, the second one was so bad that when Tom Holland came in, like even sa Civil War pa lang, like I instantly liked it better. Because my last
Yeah.
memory of Andrew Garfield was just fucking terrible. But plus, like Tom Holland did a really great job. I
Yeah.
like the casting decision they made. Like they made a really really young Peter Parker, especially like when he's standing beside these veteran superheroes, so he just pops out. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I agree with you. Like Tom Holland is better than Andrew Garfield
Andrew
for
Garfield.
me at
Right?
least.
Yun. So, question to end this part of the discussion. What changes in film and cinema affected you the most? Right? Just like the first question sa gaming, what was the changes in movies and cinema that impacted you the most? So let's start with Rene.
Okay, aside from kasi you already mentioned DEI and inclusivity and all of that. I'm obviously against it. So it's impacted my viewing habits. I don't like because as you know, like I am a film student. I used direct stuff, so that's my thing. Like it goes against my training when you cast people because of certain boxes that you want to check instead of faithfulness to the script. So
Yes.
disregarding that, because there's nothing we can do about that because that's the direction that they're heading. I don't like the dependence on graphics or computer generated imagery for special effects. I've always been a fan of hindi naman exclusively practical effects, but I'm a fan of a combination of both.
Mm,
If you look at The Hobbit versus the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, The
Oh
Hobbit was
yeah.
more dependent on CGI, whilst Peter Jackson's both are Peter Jackson pala, but the original Lord of the Rings combined CGI with practical effects. Like all of the orcs are like really made to look like orcs.
real
There were
people.
huge,
Yeah.
yeah, there were huge set pieces, ganyan. So ano kasi like the problem kasi like the dependence on CGI comes from the way that I think this is a long lecture. I'm sorry, but with the advent of streaming, everyone is forced to create more and more content. Mabilis, like even
Yes.
like it's a saturated thing, particularly with yung a big example is Marvel. If you compare the
Mm,
CGI from the first Iron Man movie to
Oh.
the CGI they used to the Marvels or Thor: Love and
mm,
Thunder, there's
Oh
a
my
huge
god. Yeah.
difference
yeah.
in quality,
Huge.
considering Iron Man came out in 2008 and the fucking Thor: Love and Thunder came out like 2 3 years ago. Because yeah,
Mm,
it's a factory line na kasi. They just keep pumping out these content, so
It's
everything
cheap
is
and
rushed.
fast.
That's why they go
mm,
with CGI. That's why a lot of their artists are complaining about being overworked, and that's why the
true.
quality is affected because they're always rushing to finish new projects. Disney Marvel basically pumps out what like a bunch of TV shows and then a bunch of movies all in one year. That's why
Yeah.
yung ano nga nila for this year is Deadpool and Wolverine lang yung movie for this year.
Movie.
Because
Yeah.
they wanna scale that back. But still, I don't know. We're gonna watch the movie. Hopefully, it's worth our
Yeah.
time. But so that's my major beef. Both the dependence on CGI and like the content sobrang dami. Like I remember when I was a kid, I watched the first Batman movie. It was 1989 and they actually had time to create like they had 2 years to create the sequel and build anticipation. So magpo-promote sila. Like I remember being a kid walking around the mall, I would see a poster for Batman Returns. It's just a Batman logo and just says Returns. And I was fucking I don't know, like I was excited because like I would wait months and months and then finally it came. Jurassic Park, you knew nothing about. Like remember Jurassic Park, it was CG and practical effects and
Mm,
pinomote
Mm-mm.
nila na maayos. Again, if you build anticipation, so like ako for me, like you space things out, like produce a movie like once every year, once every other year, and then like you have a really good in a sense, like visually and content wise, really good movie. And I think right now, like since streaming platforms are hungry for content, I think it's hurting the overall quality of movies. So that's
yeah.
end of lecture. I'm sorry.
I think in line of what Rene said
Yeah.
about CG and graphics, right? I really like
Mm.
the older Iron Man suit up sequences more
Yeah.
than the
Oh.
nanotech suit up like thing, right? Mas
It
gusto ko
seems
yung like the
lazy, like
actual
it's
like,
a
di ba? Mas gusto ko yung like the actual parts of the machines are like, doing their thing. Like each part is
mhm.
like practically like connected to each other. Like, alam mo na
Yeah,
this thing, oh, this part goes into like this part of his body.
yeah.
Yung parang
You can
ganun,
see individual gears
gears
turning. Like
turning, diba?
Oh.
So I love it more. It looks more epic. Right. So yeah,
Like
Mike, how about
the
you?
time it worked talaga is
Oh yeah.
yung CGI part. The one time it worked for me was in Winter Soldier. When was it Winter Soldier or Civil War? What Bucky? Kasi yung when he
ano,
was using his watch into just a fucking glove. That's it.
Freaking
Because
blaster, yeah.
it's just it's just one part.
Oh yeah, it
It's
was
an
Civil War.
emergency thing. Uh,
It was Civil War. It was when
Civil
Bucky was
War.
trying to escape
like
Yeah.
it looked so
and he
cool,
beat
or at
everyone up.
least in terms of the sequence, because you're just
Mm.
it's like you're advertising for a kid's toy, but it
Oh,
works. It super works. I
Yeah.
wanted one when I saw it. Like, I want one of
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah. How about you, Mike?
the movie that changed the way I see movies, no. Um, the Fast series after Tokyo Drift.
Wait,
Di ba ang
bakit may
dami
ganun
nun?
ka disclaimer? Yeah, why after Tokyo Drift? Wait, what came
Kasi
like it
yung
was Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, and then Tokyo Drift. Diba? Tokyo Drift is the third one.
yes. Oo.
Ah,
Tapos yung mga doon na. Kasi hindi na parang naging too sci-fi na yung dating.
It's not
As a
about street
gearhead,
racing anymore.
it's as a gearhead natutuwa ako na they put big stars, alam mo yung plots and all that, 'di ba? Tapos makikita mo pa doon si Jason Statham na may mga heavy
Shaw.
tech stuff na ano, 'di ba?
I love Shaw by the way.
Hindi,
Like it's like I like this
yes.
character.
How,
Mm.
natutuwa ako doon sa ano na yun, sa persona niya na yun. Pero if you think about it kasi, the Fast and the Furious franchise kasi was initially meant for talagang for gearheads like myself. Eh, alam mo yun,
Mm.
yung mga
Street
import
racing,
tuning,
yeah.
street racing,
Yeah.
ganun. Tapos
Yeah.
makikita mo na lang sila na gumagawa na lang ng stunt na lumilipad dun sa bridge and all that, yung mga
Uh,
They became
naglalagay ng,
hired mercenaries at some point.
yeah. Like
diba?
Ludacris inexplicably became a computer genius.
Oo. When dun sa dun sa Too Fast to Furious, he was just like, calling the
He was
shots
the one
and
running the races, right? Like he
running
was,
the races. So, So, parang sabi ko, how did it end up there? Dahil, yun nga, and Rene was right at this na yung mga movies niya, parang masyado na lang nilang minamadali kasi the viewers wanted more, and hindi na nila iniisip yung quality,
Yeah.
'di
there's
ba?
one,
So,
there's one more coming out, right? Like there's an
Yeah, but
upcoming
it took
Fast
a
movie.
while. It took a while. The part
Mm.
2 of Fast 10 is like, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years in the making.
Oh, okay. So
oo.
this one still has John Cena, right? Like,
No, John Cena died in the first part. Sorry,
Oh,
spoilers.
okay.
That's fine.
Eh.
yun yung doon, yun yung hindi ko magets eh. Parang, sige, they put big stars in, like, all jam-packed in one movie, and sige, I get that kasi it works for other films. Pero kasi, yung for fast franchise na naging street racing lang siya at first, tapos naging
Yeah.
sci-fi,
I
whatever na.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying because it was about street racing. It was a very grounded plot because Paul Walker was
Mm-mm.
an undercover cop. They just wanted to bust
Yes.
these guys. But then he befriends Dominic Toretto, so it becomes a friendship versus duty kind of thing. So it's a
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
relatable premise. And then all of a sudden, like 5 movies later, they're fucking stealing.
Space.
They're flying into
Spaceships.
space.
Grabe talaga yun.
Ayun. How about you, Trickster? On your end.
Okay, this might maybe something minor, but I don't know if anyone else has noticed it. But ever since Netflix came by, right? They had their originals from shows, movies. I I feel like the music feels a lot worse now in some aspects, because
No.
Hmm.
remember, every time I watch a Netflix film or series, it's always I can't remember a single fucking thing about the music. Like, compare that to before. Like, you can remember the Jurassic Park theme, fucking
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Well, Star Wars
Basically,
is a bunch of like scores. So.
that yeah. So, like back then, they have their own sting, like RoboCop, fucking Judge Dredd, even Total Recall. You can at least remember something
You
about the music.
yeah.
Like, but whenever I think of music from today, it's like it's always recent pop culture pop songs or
Like
something of the like,
some
right?
shitty mumble rap song, yeah.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Like I can't remember any ano like any specific music unless it's like maybe animated. Oh God! Now I remember the Disney live action remakes. Fuck, fuck that.
What?
So yeah, so
Okay.
parang ano eh, since they're just ghosting on the old ano like you made CGI lions. How is that live action?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But
Well,
back to music. So I just can't remember anything. Like maybe I haven't seen any recent ano uh, um, shows or movies that interested me. But I can't recall
like,
any music from anything recent
uh,
nowadays. Like I don't hear anyone talking about or singing something unique from the shows. Like
yun nga,
I
parang
miss
you're
something
looking
from
for a signature, yun nga, yung signature score. Ayun nga, you
mm,
Yeah.
yeah,
associate with
yeah.
the movie, something you've never heard before. But I
I
think,
think the last
sorry to interrupt.
signature score
Mm,
I enjoyed was the
mm.
Avengers. Yung
Yeah, yeah.
turn,
That's it.
turn,
Yeah.
turn, turn,
And,
turn. Diba yung ganun? Like, that was
Yeah.
epic.
yeah.
Then you have
Pero
Zack Snyder with his when Wonder Woman comes on
yeah,
screen.
I I actually like that. Not your version, pero, but I like that. But I think, I don't know, just to add to your point, I think it bleeds into my point. Because my point was about CG, kasi nga, nagmamadali sila. I think it affected their scoring and sound design din. Kasi it's
Mm,
easier to get, just to pay royalties for an existing, shitty song
Yeah.
than it is to get a scorer to
Yeah.
like actually compose something for your
But
so
yeah,
I
I
think that's
loved
why,
ito
yeah.
I loved Sweet Child of Mine sa Love and Thunder. I was
Mm.
like enjoyed the trailer. Yun yung na-enjoy ko dun.
it's a trailer, but
uh,
on the
Yeah.
fucking movie itself, it's sweet child of mine and a bunch of fucking kids are fighting. Like
Yeah, kids are fighting.
should be ano, parang at least somewhat like I get what they're going for. They're going for lighthearted and still awesome.
yeah,
But
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
sweet child of mine evokes something else. When I know,
the,
parang yeah, they're going
I
to die.
blame I blame James Gunn and the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie because he played
Yeah.
with the music there, and now
Mm.
everyone's trying to the same
To
thing.
play with the like every
uh
movie has its own mixtape or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh,
yeah, that's it. The music. Like at
I
least
think
even ano, even cartoons back then. Like like I recently finished watching Static Shock. I can remember the musical stings there. Some characters have certain stings, like certain character themes. Static had four. Static had four, and like even the villains had their own. Like that's it.
mm,
That was fun.
Hmm.
But I can't remember anything for the recent ones aside from Avengers. Maybe
yeah.
Zack
Yeah, kasi
Snyder
sa
for the wrong
Avengers,
reason.
even ano yeah, even the individual characters, at least the main ones, had their own music.
Had their
Like, because
own
I know
yeah.
the Captain America, kasi the first
Uh,
time you see him in Infinity War, that's what's playing, and it's
uh,
Captain America music. I don't
Yes,
know
yes,
what
yes.
Thor's score is, yeah, but I don't know
and
then kay
ano,
Iron Man because he usually uses ACDC,
Yes,
but
yes,
Oh
yes.
yeah, ACDC. Yeah.
the one I
uh,
remember the most, at least for the Marvels films, is when 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 Cap and Tony finally had to fight each other. Like it evoked talaga
mm,
na it evoked at least like a tragic fight between friends. Like yung ano,
mm,
that certain moment, because you understand both why they're fighting.
yeah, because
And
yeah, it came
Yeah.
out like before 20. Well, when did that came out? Like 2015, 2016.
Civil War,
If it came
yeah,
2015,
out
around that.
today,
2016.
yeah, like if it
Yeah.
came out today, Cap and Iron Man finally fight. It's probably going to be a stupid Post Malone song while they're finishing.
A Post
Yeah, you're
Malone
right.
song.
You're right.
Always so and congratulations. So nanalo na siya, no?
Oh
Ganun yung
my
kanta
god.
sa ending.
That,
When they
that
greet the
Grabe.
bad guy, congratulations. Imagine the
Congrats.
background music, di ba yung ending ng first Avengers where they're eating shawarma and then
Yeah,
congratulations yung kumakanta.
terrible.
God.
What about you, Jazz?
On
What's
my
your
end,
thing?
naman, on my end, I
Uh,
think not every single classic film or classic animated film or anime deserves a live action adaptation.
You,
Yun yung sa akin.
mm,
Na
yes.
parang don't
Fucking-
like I think the mention na rin to the Trickster. I think keep it as it is. You know, like it's a good animated film. It's a good anime. Don't botch it by making like this live action adaptation, live action version. Because like again, we've seen anime and films and like animated films destroyed by live action shit. Like
Yeah.
kaya yun yung parang like there's this like diba, I think Treasured Planet and Atlantis. Sabi ko, don't
ah,
make live action adaptations of these films. Keep it
I
as
love
pure
Treasure
as they
Planet.
are. 'Di ba? Na parang wag nyo nang gawa ng live action, please. At this point in time, in this society, it's gonna be way worse. Right?
Fucking
Yes,
So,
Oh
Atlantis.
God.
Atlantis is already diverse, so you can't.
yeah, but
Oh,
I
they'll
mean,
find a way. They'll find a way
they
to make
find
it
a
more
way.
different.
Diyos
Right?
ko po.
Imagine
Oh,
Tarzan. Right? Imagine Tarzan. And at this point, at this age, who are they gonna cast as Tarzan? Diba? A guy living with monkeys?
I
Really?
have a
Yeah.
few
Are
ideas.
we gonna
Choose
put
your-
like Ken Jong as Tarzan? Dude, like
Oh
that's
God.
I will watch that.
I
Cast
will
Ken
watch the
Jong as
trailer.
Tarzan. Watch that trailer.
Ako
But
po.
yun,
Ako
it's like
po.
again, not every film, I mean animated film deserves an adaptation. So yun yung
Yeah,
sa akin.
but like kasi I mostly hate adaptations, mostly. But since you
Mostly.
brought it up, Jazz, what was the one that you liked from like recent memory?
Ah,
Yeah, I wanna hear this.
well, I mean the Rurouni Kenshin one actually
Oh yeah,
is
yeah,
one
yeah,
of the
that's
best. Yeah,
pretty
Rurouni
good, yeah.
Kenshin was the best out there.
I,
Like even like
like
the
I'm not a
follow-up
fan of
films.
I'm not a fan of the. I mean, I'm a casual fan of the source material, but I love the movies. Like I normally hate watching.
Ayun.
Yun nga.
Kita niya kasi Dragon Ball Evolution.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Hindi.
Ulo ka ba, Stanley?
Na, natawa lang ako doon sa sinabi nila like, about him liking the Rurouni Kenshin. Kasi
Bakit?
he made a
What's
joke.
what's funny?
He made a joke about
Ah.
it kasi.
Yung Toroni Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Gago.
Pero yeah, it's like it was very long, diba? Like it was 2 hours each.
It was
movie.
2 hours long. And then it like first
but-
arc, and then second movie came out the next
Yeah.
year, and then a third movie.
And I
So like
it was really good. Like even though
Yeah.
like yung fight with the guy, the burnt guy, wasn't as good as it was in the anime.
Oh.
It was
Yeah.
still like so the movie was still fun. So yeah, great example. Same here.
Yeah.
Rurouni Kenshin. So.
yeah, Rurouni Kenshin. Let's go.
Not
But then
live
before we proceed to the last part of our discussion, like the last thing, we're gonna talk about comics. But first, let's talk about what events are we going to this month in G3's Next Stop. Yun. So we had a lot of events. We have a lot. Oh, nawala si Mike. We have a lot of events this month. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 this month. And then one, it was actually announced, but it's gonna happen on August. So first things first, Mike, nandiyan ka ba? Oh, nawala. Wala ata si Mike.
device.
So, ano.
I'm here.
After that sting, biglang sumabog.
Biglang, biglang feeling ko every stinger nawawala si Mike. It's, I don't know, it's weird. May something ata yung stinger and then yung connection ni Mike.
And then kasi
Yeah.
bagong season, we have
stinger.
a lot of new changes. Ito yung bagong change natin. Every time we transition to a segment, may tech issue na. So,
May tech issue na. Isa yung bago.
every
Oo.
episode, ganyan.
Yeah. So again, let's talk about this weekend. We're gonna have another version of VintroCon, and so it's like a huge like collection of events. VintroCon is gonna happen this weekend. We also have VintroCon Retro Nimbus. Ayan, Mike, pakita mo na. Kung andyan ka, pakita mo na lang yung ano, yung
What's the difference?
poster.
By the way?
I don't know, Vintrocon and Vintrocon Retro Nimbus. I don't know what's the difference, but it's still part of the Vintrocon series of events. We also have Pinoy Game Dev Expo at the end of this month,
Yep.
which we're really excited about. I'm gonna be hosting
Oh.
Lupon's booth for 3 days. G3 is invited to be a media partner. I'll be a content creator there. Lala is also an invited content creator there. So we're gonna meet a lot of friends. We're gonna do a lot of shit. Yeah. So yun, media partner.
And
And what?
Shit.
I'm just
This is
I,
the last this is the last photo na I allowed na kaldag photo ko yung gagamitin. In the next succeeding like event photos that I'm gonna have, like I sent them like, please use this formal photo. This is not good for kids.
That's
This is not
that is Jazz's photo for his LinkedIn profile.
late. Dude, ganun no, nagpagkita ko ng candidate.
Oh.
Putik yan, no. This is not good for the image of the company. No,
Hmm.
skip this.
Nasa
Pero
org
yun,
chart ka. Kaldag.
then ganun yung
Oh.
oh my god. And then first time in the history of G3, the G3 logo is in a billboard. We're gonna have
Hmm.
Magnus Job Fair this weekend as well, right, Mike?
no.
Magnus Job
So
Fair.
actually, the Magnus Job Fair, which is this one, is going to happen as a dubbed as resume party on July 19 and 20 at the Mega Trade Hall at the SM Mega Mall. So, ano na to, it has been going on na since 2010, and we got an opportunity to cover this event. Obviously putting G3 on a specific type of medium. No? So, kung if you are within the area, if you are looking for a
Looking
job
for a job.
in collaboration, of course, with the several government agencies, and of course some TV stations, and G3 is included.
And pakita mo yung
Sa
yung billboard. Nasa
Oh yeah,
billboard
yeah,
yung
yeah,
G3.
yeah,
Yun.
yeah. So makita ko lang yun. Wait, this is the no where the logo is gonna be at. Zoom in ko lang ng konti.
Ayan. Kailan
Natatawa
mo
si
lang i-zoom
Rene.
in but G3 is there.
Ayan. So tapos
May food truck tayo.
there. Nasa billboard ang G3.
Where is that? Anong area yan?
this is Pasig C5 Pasig flyover.
Sure
Okay.
ka,
Nakita niya yan
So
kasi laging traffic doon.
so 'di ba pag papunta ka ng pag galing kang BGC Taguig, papunta ka ng Quezon City, makikita mo yung billboard na yan doon sa ano.
Yun.
Uh,
Magkano ba pagawa
I'm
ng
very,
billboard? Pagawa nga tayo ng
uh,
billboard ng G3.
it's relatively cheap. I mean, if you know like who to talk to. Kasi pagka yung mga digital billboard, mabilis lang na may flash. I mean, it's still going to cost, a pretty penny, but it's not as expensive as like what people may think. Pero wag
Yun.
natin gawin.
Ah.
Wag natin gawin.
Huwag natin gawin. Lagay natin yung mukha ng G3 sa billboard.
yun. Imagine, wag yung mukha natin kasi imagine mo yung mukha alimbawa doon sa isang mall sa yung galleria, 'di ba? Makikita mo yung picture ni Just na kumakaldag doon sa ano. 'Di ba?
Oo,
Parang
kaya-
ano?
Michael Dag is going, alam mo ba, 'di ba? Michael Dag is going international na. So let's go national level. G3
Yan.
billboard.
I can have your kaldag photo flash dun sa dun sa harap ng Gigolo.
Siguro.
Wag ganun, Brad. We're not selling our friend that ano.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Natatawa ako kasi I'm very grateful that we have this gig. I'm very happy that people trust us to be a part of this. Natatawa lang ako sa like, a resume party. That sounds like the worst party you can go to. So,
Eh,
it's,
ano yan
wow. What does it entail? Are people gonna be dancing and the drunk and they just happen to have their resumes with them?
Well, yun ang the goal naman kasi dito is to come to the venue and bring out the resumes to several organizations.
Mm.
And para ano kagad nila. Kasi Magnus Eventus has been known for organizing job fairs since somewhere around 2010, as in they put bili mo yung mga like food and restaurant, health and wellness, BPOs, real estate, and different even manpower outsourcing go to Magnus Eventus for this kind of event. So kaya
May
uh,
DJ ba dyan?
well, we're not sure kasi
Oo.
according to them it's gonna be different from different from the usual events. Kaya nga we will be there at least myself on Friday to really check out the scene.
Eh, may
Yun.
DJ pa.
Magkakaroon
Oy,
ng
mga may
mosh pit
resume,
rin eh.
mag-ingay!
Magbo-mosh pit, ganon. Yung
No.
mga walang job experience, mag-ingay, ganon. Ganon, gaganon sila,
Ingay,
tugs, tugs,
ingay,
tugs. Tapos, mga
And
employer na nagre-require ng college graduate para sa cashier, mag-ingay, ganon.
Para sa cashier.
Gaganon sila.
yeah,
So,
and this is again
10 years experience dapat pero 19 years old ka lang.
well, that the thing with this job fair changes everything. Kasi ngayon they're going now digital. Biri mo, even Department of Migrant Workers, Department of Labor and Employment, go to this fair and hopefully kuha pa ng tao to support them. Also, along with yours truly at G3, we will be in collaboration, of course, with All Radio 103.5, Zoe Broadcasting Network, Mabuhay PH, Balitang A to Z, Philippine Daily Inquirer, JobMarket.ph, and of course, GMA Network Inc., who will be, so seeing ourselves in that space is actually a big honor. So shout out kay Christine, the CEO of Christine de Guzman of Magnus Eventus,
yun.
for trusting G3 to become their event partner.
Yun.
And shout out.
Pero yan, thank you so much, Mike. Yeah, resume, mag-ingay. But thank you so much for these events, for inviting G3 over and becoming one of your media partners. Ayan.
Rene, did you hear what Trickster said?
Ano sabi niya?
It said something about HR, mag-ingay. Is it like HR? Oh, nabunot ni Mike yung microphone niya because of this.
Yeah, no. HR, shut the fuck up.
HR shit.
Kailangan namin trabaho.
Yun kasi pag nandun ka kasi sa resume party and then you say something na hindi okay lang. Pero pag uwi mo, may memo ka na from HR.
Wala ka pang trabaho, may memo ka na.
Oh.
May incident report ka na.
Wait, so Mike,
May
you're going
notice
to
to
be there in
explain.
person? You're going
Yes,
to be
yes,
there in
yes.
person, Mike?
I will.
Hanap ka ng ano natin. Hanap ka
Tingnan
ng
natin kung may ano.
bagong intern.
Malay mo. Pwede rin.
Bagong intern.
Oo. So, yun, napahaba yung discussion natin about the job fair, pero isisingit ko na rin the one that General kung saan nag-stop si General, which is the next event na gagawin din ng G3 or will be covered for G3. This is coming soon. It's called Recollects. Gonna happen from August 17 to 18 at the QQ Mall Basement 725 sa Quiapo. Remember the last time we went there?
QQ Mall. Yeah.
Oh,
We
yung
went there December.
Mike, remind everyone, yung mga hindi pa nanonood last year, what is Recollects?
Recollects is this big event made, of course, spearheaded by our honorable chairman Erwin Esteban.
Yun.
So pupunta kami ngayon doon for this Recollects. This is a new event na ngayon. RGCP siya, part ng RGCP, pero this is going to be the biggest event na ngayon ng RGCP, which is Recollects. Kasi may RGCP events na nangyayari every month. Pero Recollects will now become their rebranded RGCP event.
Mm.
So
So
what will
dati
we be what can we expect from
you
this
will
as
be
the biggest event?
expecting siyempre nandun pa rin yung mga booths na nagbebenta ng mga rare stuff ng in the retro spectrum. Meron din mga retro game demos, meron din mga retro memorabilia,
Oh,
and of course yung favorite ni General, yung zombie mode. And ni
Yun.
Trickster pala by the way.
hindi ako
May
zombie.
Kasi
may pa-tournament ba?
Yeah, may mga
uh,
tournament din.
oh,
We
yung
got
mga retro gaming tournaments,
giveaways,
they're
the
fighting
usual
tournaments.
stuff. Yeah.
I remember I attended one of their older events. I think may tournament ng Gundam na fighting game.
Ah
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
didn't know existed. Yeah, so I joined that. I got my ass kicked kasi si chairman mismo yung kalaban ko. Which
oh
was
yes.
very fucking, it was a weird fucking bracket. Pero bakit si chairman? Ang daming tao. Pero sige, okay lang.
Ayun. So that one naman yung pinuntahan ni Rene was Collector's Alley naman, which is the mini events that
Mm.
happen every month. So yun yun. So dahil dyan,
Yeah.
back to you, General.
Yo, again, thank you so much for these events, for giving us the opportunity to be part of it. Yeah, kita-kits tayo doon if you have the time. Go check it out. And yeah, probably magiging part ka din ng content namin. So, let's move on to the last part of the discussion, which is comics.
Sounds
I'm
like
gonna
a
do this
threat.
quick.
Oh,
Sounds like a
Yeah.
threat.
oh,
Yeah, we're
part
gonna-
ng content namin.
Content namin. Ayan, go, pa-interview ka. Gagano din. Gagano siya ni Mike ng microphone. Ano? Ito yung PP ko. Ano? Gusto ko yung PP ko sa'yo. Diba? Gagano din si Mike. Pero yun guys, let's do this quick. Last part of the discussion will be all about comics. So, over the past decade, the world of comics has seen significant changes and developments. Again, some major developments include digital transformation. You can read comics now online, digitally. Don't need to buy the comics. Some websites have a subscription service for comics. The rise of digital platforms, web comics as well, manhwas are becoming a thing. And then you can read not just comics, like mangas as well, diba? Nababasa mo na siya online. Independent comics also take center stage, like independent creators, publishers have stepped into the spotlight. No, hindi lang yung mga mainstream DC, mainstream
Yes,
Marvel
yes,
comics. Diba? Like meron na tayong iba-ibang klase na comics. And then the indie comic scene is thriving, offering unique stories, different artistic styles beyond the mainstream. And then comics have become a source material for movies, right? Other media for movies, anime, binge-worthy series, shows, video games, like sobrang dami na ng from comics, diba, to toys, video games, lahat-lahat na. And format experimentation as well, na hindi lang siya read from left to right, right to left, like hindi lang siya static images. There are graphic novels right now like I read a lot of graphic novels. I like web comics as well, Again, they push the boundaries of like the usual storytelling, 'di ba? Ako, I'm not a huge comic book guy. I read manga a lot, right? I think the latest manga I read was Kaiju number 8, which like I watched the anime and then nabitin ako sa anime, so like I had to read the manga, and now the manga is ending. I was like, oh, okay, fine. Like wala na, tapos na rin yung manga pala. Ending, like that.
Ending na talaga. Like it's
Ending, yeah, like it's like it's over, kaput, diba? Parang ganun. So like some of the mangas I've been reading are reaching their final arc. They got One Piece, you got My Hero Academia that's ending as well with the bullshit.
Are they finally ending One Piece?
Yeah, the final arc. It's
Inano
final arc
na.
already.
Yeah, they were not.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, they're ending One Piece. They're ending My Hero Academia, which I really hated the ending of My Hero Academia. Spoiler alert. It was a bullshit way to beat the bad guy. They created a bad guy so OP na para ikaw as a reader, right? Thinking na, oh shoot, paano nila matatalo to? Like, oh, the main character is like limping, like he lost his limbs already. He cannot fight, right? He's using his tongue to fight, essentially. And then yung mga kasama niya, like, natatalo na sila. And then, all of a sudden, like, oh, I became a really bad guy. Oh my god, like, oh, I'm gonna change my perspective on life and just, off myself.
Oh.
That's what happened. Like, oh shoot, really? Like, parang ganun. So, again, na medyo masyado na-derail tayo, but yeah, essentially, like, comics became a huge source of a lot of like media, 'di ba? So now a question for you guys. Walang question nilagay dito si Mike, but like what was your favorite comic book trend? 'Di ba? Like in the list I provided, like what were the changes in the last decade that you liked about like, emergence of like these comics? Starting with Mike.
Ako sa as everyone is aware, hindi naman ako talaga yung na I don't have access to comics before eh. So back in my day, wala pa yung mga comics na yan. Puro mga letra-letra
Oh,
pa
yung
lang
mga
kumakatawan
nilabas
sa
mo,
serye.
Bandera.
Hinihintay ko na eh.
Bandera,
Hinihintay ko na.
Abante lang yung sa'yo, Mike, eh, di ba? Yung
No,
binabasa
sige.
mo.
Okay.
That's called an
Let's
alley-oop.
let,
Inaabot mo na lang
let's
sa akin yung ano.
let's not get there. Let's not get to the
Oo.
Abante and Remate and and Toro and all that. Ah, sa akin kasi yung talagang huling na access ko talaga na comics is as everyone is aware, 13 and then Pugad Baboy of course. Yung mga comics ngayon kasi yung international ones hindi ko nagdadalawang isip ako bumili kasi hindi ko alam kung magugustuhan ko yung storyline nila kasi pag nakita mo pala yung cover, maganda yung cover niya pero I'm worried if the content inside it is going to be okay. So, syempre, gagastos rin lang naman ako. I have to make sure that the money is worth it. Diba? Whereas, pagka yung mga nakita mo yung mga comics, lalo na ngayon, and again, shout out to Comic It, pag nakita ko yung mga comic book local artist natin na gumagawa ng kasi nakakausap mo sila eh. They will tell you what kind of stories they are. They will tell you kung anong classic artwork yun kasi it's right in front of you. So talaga may chance ngayon na pwede kang bumili ng mga yun. So for me, there are no really significant changes talaga for me but I do hope na kung magkaroon man ako ng opportunity na bumili ng comics, someone would at least tell me which good comics to buy for a start. Na hindi naman ako manghihinay sa paggasto sa pera.
Alright. How about you, Trickster?
Well, I'm more of a slice of life kind of guy. So
May ano yung audio mo. It's very, very, like, we can't...
Yeah.
we can
Palapit na
barely
lang
hear
ng
you.
microphone. Palapit na lang ng microphone.
maybe it's picking up the wrong mic.
It could be
Oh,
picking up the
Subo mo.
camera, Mike.
how about now? Oh,
Subo mo, subo mo.
Yan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Lapit ko pa, lapit ko pa.
Yeah.
Pa.
in regards
Dikit mo
pala
sa
to,
labi.
in regards to the final boss of My Hero Academia, you could see it as they didn't win. Like yeah, he never lost. They didn't win. He lost
Mm.
on his own terms. You know?
Mm.
They technically never defeated him. He defeated himself.
Himself.
He kicked his own ass. So yeah.
So, all that training for nothing.
All the pain for nothing.
Like it's like saying like right? Like all that shit and you can't beat me, fine, I'll kill myself. Fuck you. Like, he gave up.
This is not worth it. Ganun.
Parang ganun. Like for recent trends since I'm not really into action ever since Hunter x Hunter. I'm more of a slice of life guy. Like one trend that I miss since it was just a flash in the pan was the rise of monster girls. I wish we had more monster girls in both comics and manga. Like you can do
What's a
some
monster girl? I'm sorry. What is that?
Like
you
cat
know
girls, dog girls,
no,
lamyas,
no snake girls
snake
and
girls, spider girls.
spider
You know?
girls. Like
I
you can
see.
have interesting concepts with that, like interspecies reviewers. Like that's one thing. That's one thing. Pero there like Monster Musume actually
Sinasabi ko na nga ba
tried to
eh,
explore
bagitin mo eh.
well yeah, like it's a rarely visited concept eh. Like sure there's the Moe concept of it, pero the social like it tried to be social while still be trying to be fun. So like I wish that there were more monster girl genres or monster people genres in comics or anime.
Mm.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do Rene. Like I'm gonna have Rene answer
Hmm?
last because like he's like a big comic book guy, right? So for
Oh,
me, I think the digitalization of comics and manga has been like kasi ako I didn't really have the time to collect comics. I haven't had a comic book since
Mm.
like I was a kid. But you know, like yung pag nabitin ako sa anime, babasahin ko na lang yung manga online. And there are a lot of like websites that offer this, right? Na for example, like yun nga, yung Kaiju number 8, like tapos na yung season 1 and then I read the manga and now the manga is ending apparently. I was at the last like chapter and then oh, they're beating the main bad guy. Like there's one main bad guy. I was like, okay, fine. Parang ganun. So then now I'm reading Invincible. Um
hmm.
I am gonna start reading Invincible again. Kasi like I think I stopped somewhere. But yeah, yung pagiging accessible niya online, yung parang naging tumatak talaga sa akin. Now for you Rene, like in the past decade,
Oh, the past day. But
uh
first of all, I want to add something to what Mike said. Si Mike kasi, like he said, he doesn't want to spend money on something that he's not sure na he'd like. To your
mm,
point, Jazz, that's one of the advantages of
yeah.
digitalization. There are very many ways that you can read comic books without spending money, or at least without spending a lot. I'm not condoning piracy, just to be clear. But ano is when you yun lang yung ano like you but my advice to like new comic book readers is always like if you wanna make sure that you're buying something that you'd like, read it digitally first. But if you
Mm,
like it, buy it. So you help the
yeah.
help the writer, the publisher, and all that. In light of that, my the biggest the biggest impact for me is it's a double edged sword because the popularity of superhero movies paved the way for a lot of casuals to read comic books. New fans, sorry if casual is a derogatory term, but uh, it's a double edged sword because of the new fans that are into it because of the movies, the content of modern books have definitely suffered because they want to cater to the new fans. A
Fallout.
lot of this, yeah. So a lot of this have affected, yung legacy fans. Like they make changes to cater to new fans, angering core fan base. So that's the bad side. The upside is always the accessibility, nga, like you mentioned. Um, since new fans are always curious about characters and stories that happened before they were fans, they now we have access to classic books in collected forms, which is even back then as a comic book collector from the 90s was very difficult because getting the individual comic books, yung mga individual
Mm,
issues, is very hard to complete the story. Now, to illustrate my point, now that they're releasing everything, all of these classic stories in omnibus form, wherein like it's just complete, you just have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
read it.
yeah.
It's just terrible to read. I'll show you something that I got recently with a blockbuster trade. One of my tabletop games was traded for these books. Medyo mabigat. Ugh.
Kaya pala nung
So this
nagbabanggit tayo, na-explain tayo, Rene was like rummaging something dun sa ano niya.
uh, this is the complete Nightfall omnibus set.
Oh
So this is
shit.
where
ooh.
Bane breaks Batman's back. It's 3 books. It's very thick. So imagine collecting the individual issues of these. So ang hirap
But how
hanapin,
many of
hirap
Wow.
that? Like how many
bilhin.
individual issues are that? In,
Wait,
like
each
a rough
volume
estimate.
is around like wait, let me do some quick math here. Each volume is 50 to 70 issues.
Dang. So that's 50 to
Wow.
So
70 like individual comic books stacked together.
yeah, kasi this is like the complete storyline. It starts off with pati mga prelude stories. Now we're in just Bane
Mm,
is mentioned in passing lang, and then Bane arrives in Gotham, breaks Batman's back, and then the introduction of John Paul Valley, who takes over as Batman, and then Bruce Wayne's return as Batman. Basically, the entire Dark Knight Rises told in a much better form. But,
mm,
but yeah, so like these collected editions, these omnibuses, omnibuy, I don't know the plural form is. But these things would not be possible if it wasn't for the influx of new fans. Because they wouldn't bother. They wouldn't bother reprinting this. Because like the people, the old collectors either already have them, or there's not enough of them to buy these no
Mm.
these collected editions. So like right now, I no longer read modern comics because again, I don't like the direction that they're taking. But I'm grateful because I get access to books like because I never read these completely back then. Like when I was a kid, when I wanted to read them. A lot of the issues that I wanted to buy, ang hirap hanapin. Tapos pag nahanap mo naman yung original issue, sobrang mahal. So now these collected editions are again the accessibility benefits both new and old fans. So from the past
Mm.
decade, this is my biggest positive from in the
Yo.
comic book world, the biggest change for me.
Alright, so again, thank you so much again kay Mike. Ano nga yung sinabi ni Mike? I feel like I forgot. Was like, hindi siya sure kung, like, he doesn't want to buy unless, like, unless it's something that he would like. Diba? Para up to Rene, who's, like, really big on comic books. Now, he has, like, a lot of comic books. I don't know how many comic books do you have? Probably 1,000. So in your collection, 1,000 ba? Am I right? Like 1,000 comic books?
If you, kasi I only collected editions. I guess
Ah,
if you break them down as individual
yeah. If you
issues,
break them
it
down,
should be,
chapter
yeah,
like
it's,
volume by volume.
oh, it might approach 1,000. I don't know if it surpasses it, but it's
Wow.
probably.
I mean,
Dang.
comics kasi is like a short form lang talaga eh. And majority of the
Yeah.
comics inside are ads. Like, take out
Mm.
the ads, it's just a few pages talaga.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I,
That's
I,
right.
I, I, I definitely exceed the thousands if you check my hard drive.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I can
Wow,
understand
wow.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Mm.
So for someone like you, I think I don't want to check your hard drive and what's inside it.
Anong
Probably I
mas
would
gusto mo hard
find.
drive? Hard drive ni Mike.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was talking about Mike's hard drive. Pero yun na nga guys. Ayan, we talked about the changes in pop culture, changes in movies, video games, comic books, diba? We yet to like talk about the changes in toys, but I don't know kasi wala si Rene, ay wala si Lee. So he could have like given us like a background on how toys changed through the
Mm-mm,
years,
mm-mm.
right? So yeah, I think that's it for this episode. But before we end, we have a wrap up question. Answer this real quick in like 1 to 2 sentences. If you want to change something, or like one thing in gaming, pop culture, movies, etc., what is it and why? Change for the better, change for the worse. Kayo bahala. Let's start with Mike.
Okay, so sa akin, make it ano lang, huwag kayong magmadali. Regardless if it's gaming, whether if it's pop culture, whether if it's comics, movies. I know we are living in a fast-paced environment right now na puro tayo kailangan instant lahat. Huwag kayong gagawa, please, utang na loob, lalo na yung mga anime, huwag kayong gagawa ng remake. Tapos yung remake umabot ng 50 episodes sa tig to 30 minutes, tapos gagawa kayo ng 10 episodes na sa 30 minutes, parang ano naman eh. I understand you guys want to improve the quality, but there are cases like
Maki?
hindi lang yung like pag sabihin na natin yung bago ngayon, Spice Family. Gumawa sila ng per season nila. Hindi sila nagmadali na ilabas lahat in one go. Huwag kayong
Okay.
yung One Piece, gumawa kayo ng basta yun.
I
Gumawa
mean,
kayo
they've been
ng
doing that with Fist of the North Star back then.
'di ba? If you wanna just take your sweet time because you are delivering it to the people who want to consume it, which is kami. That being said, to wrap it up, ano ko naman, don't forget to follow all my socials at the handle sign at Captain Mike PH. Thank you din sa mga kasama ko sa G3 for welcoming season 30.
Yo.
Sige,
All
Nera.
right, Trickster. How about you? If you want to change one thing in gaming, pop culture, movies, etc., what is it and why?
Let people have online for free. Like, come on, like it only harms the user. Like, also stop stop forcing us to make accounts for every game that we buy. Like, stop it. Come on, Ubisoft. I don't want to use your launcher at all. It
Oh my
takes up
god.
so much space. There's a reason Origin died. You know, no one wants to use it. There's too many accounts now. Everyone wants to have their own account for to boost their numbers. Like
Yeah.
let's do away with that. You know,
Alright, ikaw Rene.
Uh, my short answer is just integrity lang or persistence of original vision.
Mm.
A lot of times in every aspect of entertainment these days,
integrity.
yeah, they're pandering to new fans while ignoring older fans. So the content again suffers. So nawawalan ng integrity yung content. So instead of pandering to new fans, let the new fans know why the old fans love these.
Mm.
Uh, because these things are lovable. That's why there are a lot of hardcore fans. But what's been happening lately with Warhammer, Dungeons and Dragons, um, even comic books, movies, even gaming, kaya lahat ng babae sa games pangit these days, except for Stellar Blade. Um, because we're focusing on the wrong things. Again, like it's just again the products are great without making those types of changes. So let's educate the new fans instead of catering to them.
Mm.
That's it.
Stellar Blade.
Like
Yeah.
I've actually been having that discussion with a friend every now and then. Actually, whenever the topic of fighting games come up, you
Mm.
know how accessible fighting games are now, right? Uh,
Yeah.
the problem with it is like the old people, like the old fans, like me. Well, them apparently don't like some of the new changes. Meanwhile, people who are interested in the genre can finally come in. So
Mm.
whenever the topic comes up, people like say Evo, right? Evo's coming up next week, next month, and then the casuals are playing. So that's different issues altogether. It's whenever we talk about Street Fighter 6, it says it's so boring to play because ano
Yung
there's
easy
not
mode na
much
yan, di ba?
Mm.
there's not much player, what would you say, parang uh play shit, I forgot. Basta parang ayun, player expression when playing the character. Parang
Mm.
every player has their own way, right? But since it's
Yeah.
streamlined now, everyone is almost playing the same. So walang player expression. However, the new fans, since it's accessible, they can finally play without fear of being mocked. But even though they're still
Mm.
being mocked for using modern controls, but that doesn't
Yeah.
stop them. So he came to the conclusion na it's not for him anymore, but I can still let the new people enjoy their shit. I applaud them, but I understand that not story
Mm.
wise or aesthetic wise, mechanically it's not for him anymore. So he'll just look discussion to be had when it comes to something like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so
right?
your
Mm.
core fans have made you successful. So
Hardcore
about
fans. You know?
yeah, well, ayun dance to the core fans. Uh, magpo-promote sana ako eh. Pero okay lang.
Hindi, hindi.
Yeah,
Binili
wag
ko
na
lang
lang, wag na
kasi
lang, wag na lang
napapahaba
magpo-promote.
lang yung text.
Okay yan. Anyway, yeah. So I'm doing stories from a former genius. It's a stand-up storytelling comedy show. Social media for updates. Again, coming soon. Probably ewan ko, soon. Basta soon. So and just search Rene Cruz Harhar on every platform that you can think of. So you'll probably stumble upon me in my Facebook page. It's not on Twitter because I'm very hate-filled on Twitter, but Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook, yeah, like Rene Cruz Harhar,
OnlyFans.
and you'll
Uh,
OnlyFans is upcoming. If my on stage shows don't work, wala, kailangan ko mag OnlyFans because I put down a lot of money on those things. Kailangan ko mabawi.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Do we know who this genius is?
It's
It's
him.
me.
Oh,
It's Rene.
okay.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Stories from a former genius, and then like he talks
Yeah.
about some guy we don't know. You know.
Because
Oh,
I mean that sounds
this
like
guy
that
I
sounds
know.
sad.
Oh.
Because he was a former genius. That means he like his mind deteriorated or something.
Yeah. It's called alcohol.
Probably like
It's called. Oh, it's called alcohol
Uh,
and other substances that we will not mention.
Okay.
we do not condone, usage
Yeah.
of other substances here in G3.
It's
Yeah.
evil. Okay.
So on my end, and on my end, man, if I'm gonna change one thing in gaming, pop culture, yada 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 yada, please do not push esports into every single game, especially
Yes!
if that game doesn't have PvP to begin with. Okay?
Fucking
Ano,
Alright.
ayaw mo ng competitive supermarket simulator?
If it's fun,
Oh, no,
there are fun kind of thing, right? Like,
Mm.
come on, like Excel has esports.
Rene yan.
And it's entertaining, di ba? Make it entertaining at least. Wag yung pilitin mo yung
Yeah.
esports and then walang PvP yung game to start with. Like,
Like,
I
sorry,
hate
what example can you give na should not have an esports aspect? What
Genshin
come on.
Impact, dude. Like,
why is there
yeah.
like the
May
card game,
esports like
right?
Genshin?
no! Like, the card game is fine, but like, there was esports like Genshin Impact time trial and shit. Like,
You have got to be kidding me.
man,
Really?
you've been doing it in the Philippines already. Come on,
Di ba like
guys.
Genshin is just walking around and doing nothing?
Oh,
Sorry,
no,
I
it's
it's a
Oh.
pseudo MMO. And
Yeah.
then they decided to have a card game for some reason.
Yeah, they
Because
have a
every
card
time
game,
I
it's
see-
fine. Like,
yeah, every time I see people playing Genshin, it's just them walking around. Oh, fuck this game. That's why I never tried it.
Like
yeah, they were like, oh, let's do a time trial. That's like, that's setting the bar too low, like time trial and shit. Like, no,
Wait,
don't do
like-
that.
like runs, like
Yeah,
who
runs.
who can
Clear
clear
a
the
boss.
fastest dungeon.
Yeah,
That's-
can clear the fastest
What?
dungeon, the fastest boss, right? So
That's-
that's just speed running.
That's just speed running. You're just doing the meta for a dungeon. You can
Yeah,
switch
it's
around. You can't switch around.
It's
Yeah,
Genshin.
that's an
It's
example.
Genshin Impact.
That's an
It's
example
not
of
speed
player
running, it's power
expression.
walking.
Power
Well,
walking.
It's that's an example of player expression. Since this is an MMO, people will go for optimized strats.
Yeah.
There will be no variety. You will see the same characters, same players every time.
Every
It will
time, right?
stagnate immediately.
Diba? So ganun, like, wag niyo pilitin yung esports as, like,
Sa-
come on.
Saka, I'll add on to that. Don't focus on the esports immediately when doing a game. Like, wag esports muna. Game first, esports later.
It's later, right?
Like
yun.
community building yan, di ba? Like once there's a community there, then you do the esports.
I'm
angle.
gonna flip if there's like may makaisip ng Helldivers esports.
No.
Oh, okay. Here's one for you.
No.
Since here's one
that
for
one
you.
I wouldn't be
since
surprised with.
Oh, here's one for you. Since we recently got into Zenless Zone Zero, the fucking combat there is fucking good. People are already making
Right?
combo compilations. They're
Yeah.
going to. I'm shitting you not. There will be something similar to DMC3 competitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, there-
Yung esport. But the thing is, like, the points, the points thing is like capped to 3,000. Like, hindi na siya tataas.
Yeah, no,
Here's a
no,
Zenless.
not the points thing. It's style. Like
It's style,
DMC,
yeah.
like DMC competitions is not about points. It's about style.
Style.
Who can throw the most fancy fucking combo videos ever?
Yun.
Not
I like
dropping.
that, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so yun na nga guys. Again, you can find me at General Tuna 19 on all socials, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. So yeah, once again, to everyone na nanood, thank you so much. To everyone who stuck with us, even our Friday episodes, thank you so much. This is something new for G3, and we're hoping like a lot more excitement is gonna come after. We're hoping for more episodes with Rene. So yeah, thank you so much guys, and we will
Oh, I'm back.
see
I'm
you.
definitely back.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Race Wars.
Race
Race Wars?
Hell, you couldn't punch to it. Pretty awesome.
Yun. Civ 6 na.
Wait,
Civ 6 na.
wait,
Let's
Yeah.
go.
is that a new game in Race Wars? Because I'd like to get in on that.
No. They got Civ kasi. So
Yeah, we're playing Civ. We're playing
Ah.
Race Wars.
Okay, sayang.
Let's go.
Akala ko. Hanapin ko sana sa Steam.
It's something
Sabi ko
Rene
na.
would like. Oh, Rene, you
Nag-react.
missed our you missed our meme episode. That was like for you exactly. Yung meme episode, like the videos you've shown during the episode, it was
Why were you guys
perfect
being
for you.
racist?
Yeah. Well, no.
I was, but
So, iano ko lang to then since we are still running hot. Catch you guys next week. It'll be hopefully our PGTX episode. Catch you soon.
Hmm.
Bye.